which y'all come here for y'all daily medicine. Please excuse me for I'm trying to fix my necklace. I don't know what's going on with that. Just a second ago.
If we can say all the other egregious things.
Okay, so I'm actually going to be playing my music in the background today.
Herpes.
So shout out to my last album I released, which was my herpes affirmation playlist. So herpes for all of you guys who are not aware, I am a herpes positive advocate.
One of the exercises that
I've been. Hold on, I'm talking over myself. I'm a herpes positive advocate, and I've been herpes positive since I was about 17 years old. And being herpes positive is actually what started and jump started, for sure, jump started my spiritual journey. I'm sorry, I just brushed my teeth. I thought I had got everything out the way. But being herpes positive had jump started my whole entire spiritual journey. So give me a second. I'm trying to put it on the Bluetooth so y'all can hear it in the background, like in a good way. It's weird because the saying is connected, but it's not. I think it's Bluetooth connected to this phone. That's why. I'm trying to override it in the system and make sure it connects to the right phone. Whatever. I'm just gonna turn it up.
The virus tried to hurt me, tried to come and disturb me, but I am healed from my herpes.
So that's playing in the background. So again, I started my herpes positive journey when I was 17 years old, and I became an advocate in 2021, I believe it was. And when I came an advocate back, okay, you just came out of my book. When I came an advocate back in 2021, I worked alongside Shayna and Amber, who were the head females of Herpes or Not organization or group. I met a lot of different people then. Definitely was able to connect with a lot of different people back then.
But I'm perfect. But I'm so worthy. I am worth it. I deserve it.
How do I explain what I'm trying to say? And put a mouthful into like.
I am worth it. They try to disturb it.
What I'm trying to say is. Let me read the word of the day today first, and that will probably help me get out what I'm trying to say.
I'm healed from my herpes. I feel so free. I feel so free.
Oh, let me pause this and like turn this down a little bit. That's crazy. So today's the 17th of April, and the word of the day is this: God gives us all we need, and they who know your name, who have experienced and acquaintance you with your mercy, will lean on and confidently put their trust in you. For you, Lord, have not forsaken those who seek and inquire of and for you on the authority of God's word and the right of their necessity. Psalm 9:10. In his word, God has given us the tools we need to help us through each new day. He has given us the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. So when you wake up in the morning, decide that no matter what happens to you, you will not be depressed today. Put on the garment of praise first thing in the morning. Listen to worship music. Read the word. Renew your thoughts to bring them into line with what God says you are, righteous and blessed. You can think right, talk right, and act right all day if you spend time with God before trials come your way. Okay, so literally it was lined up with what we had to say today. Period. 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 So God will give you everything you need. God didn't allow me to get herpes by accident. He knew I needed something like herpes, something that you can't get rid of, something that is permanent. for the rest of your life to get me to really make a big change in my life. Because I feel like because I had, daddy issues, things of that sort, I was dating any old kind of guy. Like, it didn't even matter. And even when I got herpes, I still was in a quote unquote toxic relationship because, I was dating a guy who was all outside and doing stuff and vandalizing things. What's up, you guys? Top of the sunshine to y'all. So I feel like God gave me herpes, and the word of the day was God will give you what you need in order for you to succeed, basically. But I feel like God allowed me to get herpes at 17 because He knew I needed, like I said, something permanent that I couldn't get rid of to make me really make a life change. And when I finally became an advocate for my herpes, that's when I finally started to. When I finally became an advocate for my herpes, that's when I finally started to do the spiritual work that's necessary to truly grow, like getting into kundalini, getting into everything. Like, okay, so God ensured that it was gonna be something I couldn't just get rid of. Like when it was chlamydia back in the day. Oh, you just gonna take a pill. If it's like, oh, it's a little BV, but BV is not just the STI. It is a STI, but it's something you can get even just from being pregnant and like wiping the wrong way or like sweating too much and you didn't wipe good enough because we didn't know about the hairs down there can sometimes hold stuff, and if you're not using wipes or bidet after every bathroom use, sweat can go both ways, especially while pregnant. So BV is not a big thing. It's a smelly thing, especially if you don't treat it when you first start to get a little twinge of it. But my thing is this: God made sure I got something that I couldn't get rid of just by saying, "Oh, let me just take a pill or a shot and it's gone." Some people look at it like, "Oh my God, herpes came to destroy my life and made things so now nobody loves me." It's like, no, herpes just lets you know that most people that you wanted to be around only wanted sex from you. Now that they feel, oh, you got herpes, and they like, oh, they get scared. They just want sex. They don't really want love with you. And that's the one thing that I truly do appreciate with herpes. It even in my last relationship or last situationship or whatever the hell that was. The person just kept saying, but your herpes, like they're also a social influencer, right? And then your herpes like was the main reason they would stop wanting to talk to me. It's like, dude, if you don't want me because of something like herpes, when I'm telling you I've had it for 13 years and I figured out how to make sure my body's going to be good no matter what, and I'm not going to do the same thing that was done to me to you. If it's really bothering you that bad, you don't want me for me. You want me for herpes. You want me for sex. You want me for pleasure. You want me for a short time, not a long time. You want me for a good time, not a long time. So with today's word saying God will give you what you need, God gave me herpes because He knew I needed herpes to sit me down to really get me aligned with His plan for my life. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, since I had a daddy issue, I was willing to be outside with these boys. I was willing to be outside and just, oh yeah, he likes me, he's flirting with me. Ooh, I want to try and see what that, when I finally understood what a vibe was, which I didn't get until I was probably like 27, 28. I didn't even know what vibing was until then. I'm late. Sorry guys, I'm late to the party. But I was more so worried about that stuff. And then like, again, when I found a guy that would be like, the herpes, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't a lot of people don't consciously think of the fact that herpes can't really stop you from anything except for being lazy about your health, stressing about stuff, and being miserable. Because when you have herpes, You only get outbreaks because herpes is triggered by stress. What I've learned in my studies is when I'm stressed out is the only time that I have outbreaks. That's why I say herpes is like my navigation guide, right? So if I'm starting to stress out, I have an outbreak. If I'm around the wrong kind of guy, outbreak. If I'm around the wrong job, outbreak. But when I get into jobs where I'm happy, at peace, and I do what I'm chilling. Like I've been door dashing, no herpes outbreaks. But the second I started to try to do like security and I'm sitting on my feet for like 8 hours a day, my back is hurting, outbreaks like crazy. Them suit pants I was having, some slack pants I was wearing, this unnatural environments would make me have outbreaks when it came to my herpes. But when I started being in situations where I'm like, okay, I want to do breath work and I want to be an entrepreneur and make my own hours and make as much money as I want per hour, and I started controlling my narrative, that's when my herpes outbreak stopped, right? When I started being honest about my herpes with myself and with people around me, that's when my outbreak stopped. When I stopped being in toxic relationships with men who just wanted to have sex with me, and I would try to like, bend the wall and bend the corner. I'm a swerve and bend the corner just for these men. That's when my outbreak stopped. And they only would come back every single time I would go against the grain. So again, with the word of the day saying God will give you what you need, I needed herpes. I needed herpes. I needed it. Because if herpes didn't tell me about myself, about the fact that I was in a job I didn't like, around people I didn't like, around boys that just want to have sex with me, eating foods that was no good for me, I wouldn't have known how important it was for me to really start this spiritual journey. So again, herpes helped me start my spiritual journey. Now, to the point where now I'm making affirmation playlists about herpes on Apple Music. Like you can go in here and listen to my music, Herpes Heal Me. It's an affirmation playlist. And this is one of my top, these are my top songs. So y'all laughing, but my top songs listened to are all about my herpes. And this is by Apple's. You know what I'm saying? Like this is Apple telling y'all that the most songs that people listen to are my herpes stuff. They listen to other stuff too. Like people, but that playlist has been getting banged out. People like my poetry. People like my breathwork album, my other affirmation album. This one has nothing to do with herpes, right? I done featured with a friend of mine off of Instagram. Another poetry album. Then my other album. Then my first album that I ever came out with. And all these albums have been freestyles. I didn't write most of the songs on these albums. This is another spoken word album here. This is a breathwork album here. This is my first EP ever. This was my last album. It didn't do as good as I thought it was gonna do, but it was kind of like me just getting some stuff out of me. But everyone like keep it real is in danger nowadays. Yeah, keeping it real is people be like laughing. Oh my god, you got herpes, ha ha ha, ew. And it's like, boy, 80% of the population got herpes. 9 times out of 10, you dated someone with herpes. They just didn't know they had it. Because herpes isn't even on your average STD panel. So you sitting here getting tests, oh y'all getting tested. If you don't ask for herpes specifically to get tested, they won't test you. I go to my OBGYN, my actual healthcare practitioner, and I'm like, can you test me? And I'm like, can you add herpes in there? They're like, well, we don't usually add it in there. Are you sure? Like, we might have to charge you more. You going to charge me more to figure out if I have a long-term, lifelong virus? It's because it's so common. They don't want you to know. That's what I learned in my last 4 years of advocacy. It's not even on your average panel. So 9 times out of 10, you probably have herpes. Hold on. Chickenpox is herpes. It's the same virus. It stores itself in your nervous system and your spine forever. That's why when you get chicken pox, you end up getting shingles as an elderly person when you get stressed out later on in life. Because chicken pox is herpes, it's varicella zoster, and it will come out on the right side of your body only. So I had shingles too at the age of 10 because my brother had chicken pox and it reactivated the virus in my body. So I not only have had chicken pox, I not only have had shingles, I don't have cold sores on the outside of my mouth. I don't have cold sores, but I do have herpes on the inside of my mouth. Like right here. See? That little red thing right there. It's because I had got a cut on the inside of my mouth because the last person I was talking to was grabbing my face like this, was being aggressive with me, was being toxic to me. So my body had to react and let me know, no. My body had to let me know, no. So you might be judging me for having this outbreak right here. Like, oh, I thought you said your parasite detox capsules that you're selling to everybody work. I thought they work. They do work. But one thing they are not going to do is stop me from realizing what stress is in my body. A herb is not going to keep your body, I mean, unless it's lemon balm. It can keep you calm or you smoke a lot of herb. But I like to face my life head on, so I don't want to get high to not see the stress in my life. I don't want to get drunk to not see the stress in my life because not only does liquor have a lot of sugar in it, which also activates um, L-arginine, which is the actual protein in the body that helps build up herpes. See, a lot of foods that we eat have L-arginine in it. Chicken is heavy in L-arginine. In order to have a regular natural way of fighting off herpes, you got to have L-lysine in your body. You can take L-lysine capsules. They sell them all over the internet. I actually have a link in my bio down below where you can click it and order them from me from Nature Cure Labs. L-lysine. You can order it straight from me. You get a discount and everything down below if you are in this community, right? But the guy was grabbing my face like this. Why I have a pimple right here. He was grabbing me with his hands, grabbing my face like, why the fuck you won't listen to me? And he was being toxic to me. I'm not gonna lie. I just went through this like literally like a week ago, last weekend. I'm just coming out of this. More healing. Healing is forever. Healing is eternal. I thought this person was like my friend, but the point is, him grabbing me on my face like that caused the inside of my body to get damaged, which caused me to now have an outbreak. Because outbreaks come when you are under stress. That's why you got to understand herpes never comes into your life to hurt you. It's trying to awaken you and get you aware of what is causing you to be out of alignment with peace. And with the fact that 80% of the population of the planet has herpes, that's the reason why we truly need to heal. Like all this stuff that's going on with the government and them trying to get us to bomb each other and all that. That's another part of the reason why we having outbreaks too. Because we getting stressful jobs. We trying to get six-figure paying jobs that we hate just to get money to try to get free, and we still be locked into the job. So we still be stressed out. So the body's still conflicting with what the mind wants, what the consciousness wants. We literally are still the reason why we have outbreaks. I know it's real. I've been experiencing this for since I've been herpes positive for 13 years. Everybody like, why you don't just get a regular job and just go back to the workforce and just get it? I'm like, I can't do that. My body won't allow me. You know, herpes is actually a disability. You can actually write off herpes as a disability. When I was working at security, they said, do you have herpes as a disability? Because they realized the stress of herpes can stop you from working a regular job because the stress of a regular job, they know it's unnatural. You can write off herpes as a disability in real life. That's why I make music about herpes. That's why I advocate about herpes. That's why I'm sitting here being my honest to God self to y'all so that y'all, whoever is a part of this 80% population, write it off and get your disability checked so we can be free already and get in alignment. The conversation I had yesterday on Instagram was even more deep, child. Talking about the cosmic connection between man and women. It has nothing to do with herpes, right? But it is very important. I'm going to quickly go over it real quick. What I mean by that, I'm gonna quickly go over it, and then we're gonna get back to the herpes conversation because I got to do y'all's tarot. So for those who are aware, this is a what? A ankh. The ankh represents the womb, the woman's uterus, and then the phallus, the man's privates. So if you are aware, the womb actually has a cosmic alignment on it, right? So that means, you know, we have the planets. We have Mercury that line all the way down to, so it's Mercury, Merkaba, Venus, the throat chakra, the heart, Earth, the core, Mars, or the solar plexus. Then we have Jupiter, your sacral chakra, that magnetic energy, right? That magnetic pull that we get on everybody. Then we have Uranus, the planet, which is your root chakra, which is just below Uranus. Then we have Saturn between the knees, all those rings ring around the rosy, pocket full of toes, these ashes, they all fall down. You ain't got good knees, what you gonna do? Fall down, right? Okay. Uh-huh. Oh. Then you got Neptune between the ankles, and then you got Pluto just below the feet. Those same planetary alignments rely or exist in the back of the womb because your womb is essentially a spaceship, when you understand how the Pluto All of that straight up the nose, straight up the mind, straight up to the Merkaba, across the forehead, the minus signs on the side, the sun and the moon. You, the sun and the moon, right? All those wonderful cosmic understandings, the spine, the sun and the moon, okay? When you start to align it all. And then the man has the same exact things on the phallus. At his base of his phallus is his root chakra, or rather his, you get what I'm saying, Pluto, all the way up to then the sun and the moon being the testicles, right? You put those two worlds together, you create a child, which is another world, a cosmic being. So that's why it's so important to stay in marriages and make sure you're building and having children with people who are actually genuinely meant to have children with you. That makes sense for y'all? Okay. Just had to quickly go down that lesson. That was yesterday's lesson. It's all on Instagram. Again, you can go follow me on Instagram and watch the full video on that one if y'all want to get into that topic. But more importantly, like I said, right? So let's get into the rest of the message. So having herpes, you can write off as an actual disability. So if you got cold sores on your mouth, you have herpes. You can have cold sores and give someone oral as a male or female, and they will have genital herpes. So if you're being irresponsible and like, oh, it's just a little dry patch, it's just a seasonal rash, and you sitting here and kissing somebody, because I have a friend, a best friend of mine, I love him to death, but he kissed somebody and he had that on the side of his mouth. Excuse me, y'all. We got to go ahead and watch out because there's somebody over here who's throwing off the energy. I gotta excuse us because I don't want him to taint the message. It's like every time they start to see you doing your own thing, they come around trying to throw that weird ass nasty energy. Look at them, sitting in the car, just trying to charge up. Child, if you don't back up, you ain't got nothing to contribute to the conversation. Please back up. I love people, but let those with eyes see and those with ears hear, right? Anywho, look, because now he got out of his car. As soon as I pulled off, he got out. I can't make this up. You just watch people like they be trying to sit there and get energy and charge up on you. It's like, no. So anyway, I'm sorry, I had to clear out the energy real quick. So the point is, right, if you know that you have these sores in these areas and you can negatively affect someone, don't you think it's a little bit irresponsible to not be honest with your community, your collective, and the people around you just because you selfishly want to have sex with people? Right. So that's what my one of my exes, I had to teach him that lesson. So that's why again, having herpes isn't a bad thing. It's just you have to teach certain people lessons about themselves. It's not okay just because you have herpes and you think, oh, I know how to keep people safe, I'm not going to tell them. No, 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 no. You still should disclose because you can get sued. You can get sued. You can go to jail. You can get fined for not telling someone that you have herpes and you kiss them in their mouth and you have sex with them. You can get sued. That's why I tell every single person. That's why I say it on the internet. Because if for the people who are meeting me off the internet, I don't even want you to get close to me and not realize who I am and what I got going on. That's why I'm so open with mine, because I don't want nobody coming over here saying, oh, I didn't know that. I'm sorry, y'all, because I don't know what this man got going on. He's throwing off my solar plexus. I'm waiting for him to hurry and get on his bike and get on down the trail so he can get on my message. No disrespect to him, but he's disrespecting my body and I feel his pain. I don't like it. Respectfully. Okay. Because I'm like, the fuck? All right. All right. Because he was going to sit in that car as long as I sat down right here and just didn't do nothing about that. Anyway. Okay. Alrighty. He keeps on driving around in circles in front of my car. Like, okay. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. So, yeah. Um, whew, child. Hold on. Thank you, collective, because I'm like, what are we supposed to do when that happens? This is why I can't wait till I get my own home. So, again, back to the herpes conversation. People think that herpes is a bad thing, but it literally will help you learn how to be a better contribution to yourself. It's caused me to be meat free for I haven't ate meat for over 2 years now. You know, um, I'm healthy. I'm well. I go to the doctor's office. They trying to project their health concerns. Like they try, well, your son's healthy. He doesn't have any issues breathing. Like they trying to project onto me like you have issues breathing. I'm like, I don't have any issues breathing. I just know how to. Okay. This bike rider guy is still trying to get my attention. It's really throwing me off. I had to block him out of my energy. Okay, we're back centered. So yeah, herpes is the thing that got me on this self-awareness journey. I wouldn't even have been this self-aware had it not been for me taking the time to study me. Like I wouldn't even know who and what I was if I didn't study me. And it took me having herpes and sitting down with myself and knowing I had to do that. Because had I not got herpes, I'm not going to lie to you, I might have been outside still looking for love, chasing after men, chasing after who I think I might be and not who I really am. Oh, look at the deer, y'all. Hey, hey, deer. They're not running today. Hi, dear. Hi, dear. Oh, they got the third one with them today too. They looking at like, hold on, where's she at? I say hi to them every time they come past. Hi, guys. Hi. Hi. How y'all doing today? Hi. Good morning. We do this every morning. They acknowledge me. They stop and they look. They be like, what's up? You know? That's the one thing I do like about being outside. But anywho, so God will give you what you need. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm normal. I'm a human. I think I had a book. I'm gonna pick it. God will give you what you need. So don't ever for a second think that, like, don't think for a second that God won't give you the tools that you need to really, like, secure yourself and make yourself safe and be okay in this world. Even if he gives you something like herpes, a lifelong disease. We even worked alongside the the HIV and AIDS positive community. A lot of them, they're on medication and it's not even detectable that they have AIDS or HIV on paper. Some of them even had herpes and had AIDS or HIV. And they've now been able to been, some of them are like cameramen on like famous news shows, have talked to celebrities, had like people like Alicia Keys on their live and stuff on their Instagram. Like other people have been in movies and been on red carpet movie premieres just for being themselves. So it's so important that you guys are learning to be yourselves out here, because you could literally potentially miss out on a blessing that could financially bless you and give you the exposure that you need, where you could end up writing a book or something like that. And I even wrote a book. You can shop the book down below on how to heal yourself from herpes through just spirituality and life changes, not a bunch of medicines and drugs. But you could literally miss out on a blessing that could bless you financially for the rest of your life just by not being yourself. What's up? How you feeling? So don't sit here and miss out. Don't sit here and miss out on the blessing of becoming or being able to channel a blessing because you don't want to be your full self. Don't miss out on the potential to go viral for being you versus having to be a fucking clown shit show just because you don't want to be yourself. Just don't miss out on the goodness that God got for you just because you're not ready to be yourself on camera. Is that clear? I feel great. Um, we talked about herpes. I was playing my herpes playlist.
I know. I'm healed from my herpes.
My phone is about to die. That's why it's going down. Well, this phone is about to die.
Everything is mental. That's why I had to tap in.
Um,
I know that I'm healed from my herpes. I know that I really am worthy. I know I will sit here to free your soul from the thing that's been over so long, from making moves. Either way, I know it's a new you, a new review of your worth, a new
anywho,
review of your purpose on this earth.
let me hurry up and finish this because y'all got enough of that. If y'all want to hear the music, y'all just click the link down below. But God will give you what you need. God will give you exactly what you need in order to get through today. Okay? God will give you exactly what it is you need. You don't need much else but what He gave you. He gave me herpes. I created a cure for it, and a book, and a life story, and everything else is down below. You can click to go ahead and you tap into me. Right? Bottom of the deck, somebody's mentally and emotionally unstable. That one flew up in the air. We got what's this? Divine feminine in the building. All praise is due to the divine. Someone needs to travel. If I told y'all my dream, it wouldn't make sense. So I can't even tell y'all my dream just yet, because it's like the number 2 might be important. Is a false narrative. 89. Also, there's a high priestess. See that eyeball on her forehead? The number 72 might be important. 27. She's having a change of line of work. Number 9. Then there's a Jezebel popping out. 97, 79 might be important. Maybe Jezebel's becoming a high priestess, or a high priestess becoming a Jezebel. Take it whichever way it needs to be received. But there's also divine feminine. 3 women. I don't know what that means. Somebody becoming a Jezebel, somebody becoming a high priestess, somebody becoming a different worker. Jezebel, high priestess, and divine feminine all came out at a change of work. So whichever way it needs to resonate, take it, guys. Ice Queen at the bottom of the deck. A ritual needs to be taking place, or like maybe moon rituals, tapping into the moon, some kind of ritual, some kind of thing they do every day. A mature woman is getting into it with a rich girl. Number 12, 21, over a child. 18, 81. Y'all know how much I want to get my son back, child. Emotional pain. 32, 23. Intuitive care at the bottom of the deck. Big Leo energy. Intuition. This is all over jealousy and envy. 78, 87. There's a nice guy coming into the picture. 61, 16. Shout out to everybody's happening. Hello, hello, hello. It's all over divinity. People don't like divinity. A lot of people out here in this secret society world do not like divinity. That is the biggest issue that we're having. People do not like people on their divine paths because they did not choose the divine, so they want to stop everybody else from being divine. What's up, love? How are you? Everyone who gives out bad energy will receive karma. So, I could be looking at everybody like, okay, do your big one. Flex on me if you need to. You're going to get that karma. You're going to be sick. And they're in a area or space of concern. They're biting their nails. They're trying to get in your energy. They want to be noticed. They want to be focused on you. They are concerned. Really? Y'all had to run this close to my car. Y'all couldn't have ran behind my car on the sidewalk. Y'all ran in front of me. I'm telling you. People be freaking the fuck out because they like, hold on. How does this person have this occult knowledge? Only we're supposed to have this knowledge. That's how we protect ourselves. from them and keep the authority. An awakening is happening for a rich guy. 47, 13, 74, 31. Someone is upright in their north node. Someone is upset because they are imprisoned. They are in prison right now. 29, 92. This may be a divine masculine who fell off his track. But the divine feminine is feeling unbothered. No, I feel like I got some kind of pain across my chest. I was feeling this yesterday. It always comes randomly. It's like, I feel like it's attached to either my mother or my ex who's in prison. Somebody always is projecting this horrible energy across my chest where it feels like it's just stabbing me right here in my chest. And I always try to remove it off my son, and it just gets so annoying. Working in cahoots type. Yeah. Or since he can't be with me, he finds the next victim or the nearest person. And look, as soon as I lean into it, it's like they pull it down. It's like, then I feel like I'm like this, like, oh nah. Take that noose off my neck real quick. All right, let that thing drop. All right. Okay. But I realize it's because a lot of people don't realize they're in spiritual bondage. And then I'm wondering, how does the collective like fight off all of those? Like, okay. Like, are we really doing like big time spiritual work right now? Like real life removing women and men from their bondage without them even realizing it? Like, ugh. Like, I feel like what I can intuitively feel is people's energy before they come here. Like, wherever I've been at and wherever I'm, like, stationed at. Because every time somebody's about to drive here, I always feel it. Like, I feel it, and then I see them turn the corner. I'm like, oh, my God. It's like, as soon as they make the intention that they're going to come over here and they come into my energy bubble, because I'm always here, I feel it. And they be so concerned. Because it's like, wait, this relationship that she's about to get into might actually keep her, like, on her toes. Oh, shit, we don't like this. We don't like this. We don't like this. Somebody who's actually going to protect her and not subject her to our torture and pain. Fuck. The work. I tell you, the work. Okay, your journey is going to be based on faith, right? A lot of faith. A lot of white magic, faith. And that's going to be in the distant future. Okay? Question is, are y'all ready for that? I just said, Spirit, show me who's projecting this horrible energy onto me right now. People who are waking up in spiritual poverty. Hmm. I'm looking at it right now and it's just so sad. Some kind of lust demon. It's creating some kind of destruction in your life right now, or trying to. An Ice King. Let's close that third eye up. Oh, it's gone now. My ear feels better now. Had to go ahead and take that third eye and close it up. Okay, don't project that energy onto us. Please no. Sorry about that, collective. See, that's why I've been having an issue with growing my channel, because that energy keeps coming around and projecting their bullshit as energy into my aura, and people don't want to be around that shit. It's like y'all coming here for healing and messages, and this person's projecting their bullshit onto us. What they're going through, their abuse. You get what I'm saying? It's like they want their abuse to be like, no. Nobody wants to deal with that shit. Whatever shit you come with, do not bring it over here. If you don't want to heal, do not come up in my car. Oh, I felt the energy of somebody that was on their way here. Somebody just turned in. That's what it was. They be so hell-bent on trying to like project their fucked up ass energy. Like, bro, your energy don't feel good, bruh. Go ahead. They be thinking like, no, my energy's superior. You gotta feel good to be. No, it does not feel good to be part of the system. It does not. You feel like it's a robot attacking you, stabbing you in the top of your head, and you don't even realize it. Like it's a fucking robot attached to you, stabbing you in the top of your fucking head. Nobody wants to feel that shit that you going through, bro. Go walk with your friends, cause I don't got time for what the fuck y'all doing over there. Y'all do y'all shit and be in y'all secret society, y'all Masons, y'all Hellfire Gang, whatever the hell y'all are. Stay the fuck away from me. I'm a Earth Angel, okay? Look, the tarot cards don't lie. Keep that shit over there. Look, bro. Keep your energy over there. Whatever you going through mentally, do it on your time. Look, she just went and got back in the car. I'm going to wait for my friends to get here because I feel unsafe. Woman, be like everybody else and go do your walk. People be needing a gang of affiliates. Let's get out of here. They siphoning y'all's energy. Look, y'all getting attracted to me and they trying to get up in the aura. Let me see. Oh wait, no, our aura feels good. Her aura feels like shit. Okay. That's her energy. All right, let's take our good energy and let's go on about our business. Cause these white motherfuckers, they swear they got the life. They need to come around to somebody who is a fucking homeless person sitting in their car just to get comfortable. That's sad. Y'all be seeing this shit in real time when y'all be on here with me live every day. Like they come over here and they be like, how come we can't be in control all the time? Because you're not supposed to. And it's funny, right? Because their parents train them to think like that. That's the difference that we don't be realizing about white people versus us. White people train their kids to believe that they're supposed to be in control of everything all the time. This is why they feel entitled all the time. We train our kids to think you better sit your ass down and ain't nobody gonna respect you unless you sell your soul, become a hoe, fuck around, be dumb. Ooh. We literally teach our children to not value themselves. You understand? We teach our children immorality. We teach our children to be worthless. Whereas them, they from the beginning of the time, they teach their kids, you, Johnny, well, he should have gave you that. So, yeah. Why did he do that? That's wrong. I'm going to tell his mother, here, I'll just buy you another one. Don't even worry about it. That's how they train their kids up. Meanwhile, us, look, they training their kids to be like this always. We train our kids, you better go get that job and do what you got to do till you get to do what you want. Even Oprah, you got to do what you got to do till you get to do what you want to do. Why the fuck are we teaching our own people that? Why are we pushing that narrative into our own population? I'm sorry, I had to whip that woman's ass because she really was trying to get up in my chest. Like, bitch, get away from me. Seriously. Everybody can see you and your nasty ass energy. Turn the fuck around and get out. Turn around. I'll get with you in a second. After I'm done working, I'll attend to you. Be respectful of other people's energy. Somebody wants you in a love spell and bliss. Awesome. I'm just trying to protect you. If you don't sit your ass down, you are subjecting us to the pain that nobody wants to feel. Move before you fuck up my contract. Okay, look what just came out. Karmic masculine. The hell? Get out the way. They're fucking up our money. Evil eyeing and shit. Okay. Hopefully we can keep that door closed for the remainder of this episode. I'm almost done. Surprise! What's the surprise? I ain't gonna hold you. I did have a dream I was pregnant last night. Again, it's 2 nights in a row. I keep dreaming I'm pregnant. Single, sexy, and successful. Ooh, who about to be single, sexy, and successful? I hope that's y'all collective. Let me give you it. Don't you live in Jamaica? Somebody is obsessed. I don't know who this is. Somebody's obsessed. Don't you live in Jamaica though? I don't know. We gonna see. I'm Jamaican in America. Oh, just like the rest of my family. What's up, everybody tapping in? Hopefully y'all come here in peace. Be ready to cleanse your pineal gland. Okay, hello. Open pineal gland, clear it out. And leave everything outside of here, out of here. There's a karmic feminine somewhere. Oh no. I live in New Jersey. They kept telling me somebody lives in NJ, New Jersey. Oh, there's a nice guy in the energy. Oh. Okay. Oh wow, that's so funny. There's a love offer from an energy, and I feel like this might not be your energy, but it was blocked because y'all felt that energy that we had to push out of our bubble, right? Child, that was a mess. It was conflicting. Let's see. Got 4 more minutes and I gotta go. The ancestors. I'm from the DMV. I'm in Maryland. I'm actually from DC. I made a song about DC and Moco, Montgomery County. Ice Queen. She was cold as ice. All right, DC's close. DC and Maryland are right next to each other. I've driven to New York a few times. I drove to Georgia. Shoot, I drove to Alabama. I be driving. Like, somebody want to go somewhere? Look, you see, I'm packed up, ready to go. I need to go find a place to live. Okay, I'm ready to go. I need to go somewhere. I need to find somewhere to go move and hurry up and be there. I'm packed up and ready to go. It's like, I want to go ahead and trade in my car and get my money and just go get that truck that I really want, that Jeep, because I could put all this stuff in the trunk of my Jeep and then still have the whole back seat free. I had a whole front seat free, and then like it has a plug in it, so I could plug in my ring light and like vlog inside my car. And like I just ordered a new microphone, and I just ordered a new the magnetic like phone cup thing that you could like hook to anything and suction to anything, so I could finally like put y'all in different locations and be driving with y'all and like be actively talking with the phone not falling all over the place in my hand. I'm taking this road trip life seriously. Someone told me I need to go ahead and just get like what them things called? A RV. But I don't feel like I want an RV. I feel like the Jeep is big enough. Like the off-road Jeep is big enough. Like all my stuff that I have in my car, because I don't really like, I got sweatpants, I got summer clothes, I got sandals, I got boots, I got slippers, I got tennis shoes. You know what I'm saying? I got a pair of heels if I need to go out and a sexy little dress to put on with it, and a few little sexy outfits to put on with my heels if I need to. I got my makeup. I got my lashes. I got my nails. I got my body stuff. I got everything I need right here. And there's a girl who actually she lived in her car for years, right? And she ended up meeting an artist, and it's funny because I used to follow the artist, and they ended up in a relationship. It's two girls, but I used to follow the artist, before I ever followed the girl who lived in her car. I eventually started following the girl who lived in her car, and then they ended up in a relationship together. So she's like living in her car since. So then the girl like tries to force her to move into an apartment, and they do it, and she's like, I hate it. I hate it. I can't do it no more. I gotta move. I gotta move. I gotta move. I can't do this in the apartment life thing. I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. And she would like wear like pretty much this almost the same outfit every day or every other day, And she just had different versions of the same outfit. Now the crazier part about this is when she tried to settle down and get a job, right? When she tried to settle down and get a job, she ended up getting like a really bad rash that started to dry her skin out. And she said she was working around a lot of old people. I'm like, they sucking the life out of you, boo boo. That's what happened to me when I got a bus driving job. My neck started getting dry all around my neck, all in between the titties, because when you working for a job, they suck the fucking life out of you. They suck that sensual energy out of you all day. You don't get a break, especially when it's like a government job or a structured job, or especially working for old people and having to be nice. They're sucking the water out of you. It's like, imagine we're all cells filled with water, and there's cells that are drying out because they need to fucking crust off like dead skin and die off and die because their time is up. When they ask young people to come work for them, they're sucking your life source out for them to live longer. It gives you a reason to get paid because they took all their life and made all this money. Now they like, yeah, now I'm gonna pay for some extra years and y'all gonna give them to me. That's the reality of it. Now, a lot of people like to work with the mentally impaired because they can actually steal from the mentally impaired and no one cares. They can be the ones siphoning their energy from the mentally impaired. Or they'll take the mentally impaired people to their family homes and be like, oh, I'm taking you to my mom's house so you can be part of the family and we're going to feed you. And the person sitting there eating good food for the first time, but also getting ate the fuck up. And people who could work with people and travel with them and take them places. Okay, sorry. Somebody else just came in the room that has no business in our room. Sorry, guys. It's like people at the gas station trying to fill up on gas behind me. You know what gas really is. Anyway, so let me get y'all up out of here. So the point is, she lived in her car and she enjoyed her life. And every time she tried to settle down, she hated life. So she still lives on the road. I would like to go ahead and get me a Jeep. So my car is technically paid off. I just have to get the 1099 for the charge off of it. So that, oh, look, somebody's trying to do death magic. I know, I'm like, why do I feel like someone stabbed me in my chest right here, bro? That shit's annoying. But last night I was outside, chilling where I be chilling at the waterfall. And at the end of the day, I kept getting sleepy. I'm like, why am I getting sleepy like this? What is this? What is this? What is this? Man, this helicopter flew over top of my car and it started like shining the light all in my car. I'm like, oh my God. I just heard somebody in my head say strong and everything. And hopefully so. Keep your change in your purse. Try to fasten up my purse. I don't want my purse on the floor. Your chakras, and this travel will be good for your chakras. Whew, okay. I'm breaking some of it off, y'all. It's a lot going on over here. Someone is sexually siphoning energy from my son, and I can feel it. That's disgusting. People really don't have no clue. Like I'm like looking at these people, and they looking at me, and I'm just looking at them like. So there's a twin flame that wants to express some real love right now. Okay, twin flame, who are you? Who are you? Yeah. But there's some legal issues going on right now. Last card. This energy is also going to bring you some protection. So I hope that this helps you guys. Just beware of a third party stitch. It's so funny because why does this girl have red hair? I know someone who has red hair. I also know somebody in my dream who had red hair. Oh, look, there go the deer that crossed the street. They finally got across the street. I'm on the other side of the waterfall because the waterfall goes underneath the road and goes to the other side. And I can see all the deer that finally crossed. So they really be going through that tunnel underneath. How do they be squeezing through that thing? The deer is so smart. They figured out to stop crossing the street. They going underneath the damn bridge through it. Hold on, y'all. I got to show y'all what they crossing under. Can I even see it? Cause they smart as shit for that. They crossed to the other side. They stopped going in the street. Cause you know how many times I done seen a deer get hit right here since I was in high school. The deer have evolved. They are smart. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. I know animals ain't stupid, but you know how many times I've seen them get hit in the road? The fact that they learn how to go underneath the road and cross underneath. And I've been watching them do it. I'm like, why do they keep going down there to that hole where the thing is? But it's the thing is it's small. It's not big. Like a human probably wouldn't want to walk through that pathway. But the fact that they make the sacrifice and go through that small hole every day just to make sure they can make it to the other side without getting killed. Damn, that's how I feel people be like, that's crazy. Let me pull one more card for that, because that's oh look, third party stitch. Came out again. Courthouse. Thief. Health concern. It's given baby daddy, siphoning energy. Your mama's allowing it until this custody battle's over. false documents, because she said some false things about me in court on them papers. She said, child, if I show y'all the stuff that she said about me in court, let me see. Child. I'm mad at the court because the court didn't even send me this paper in the mail. I had to go up to the courthouse to go ahead and get it. They even called me and asked me for my address, but yeah, I went up there on the 31st of March, right? I went up there to get this paperwork on the 31st of March. They said I had no known address, but they called me the day of my court date to ask me what my address was. So the fact that they said I had no known address is crazy because even my mother had gave them an address for me. And they lied and said they had no address on file for me. I'm telling y'all, the court system is dangerous. Like, if y'all can, stay the fuck away from people because they... Look, she tried to get me an emergency evaluation. It said granted but not executed because they were like, people started watching me on a spiritual tip. Hold on, look. There's an address for me right there. Like, I'm so like... His mother has not been making sane decisions regarding herself or her son. She is homeless right now and needs some mental health intervention. Refuses to take son to school consistently and does not make sure he eats 3 times a day or goes to sleep. I was the only one buying this boy food. She would not cook every single day in the house. She got a house full of food. Fish, salmon, meat, chicken, everything. She refused to cook every single day. I had to go out of my way. I'm already working DoorDash, delivering other people's food. I would have to get off of work, stop, deliver him some food out of my paycheck, then go right back to work just to make enough money to make sure I could eat dinner as well. And I would get him lunch too. Or I would make him lunch before I leave. And breakfast before I would leave. Or he wouldn't even wake up for breakfast sometimes. You know, sometimes he don't wake up early. Child has missed approximately more than 70 days. My son missed school last year because he was homeschooled. I homeschooled him the second half of the year. They were like, do you need to unenroll him? I'm like, I'm just homeschooling him for the rest of the school year. But they still allowed him to come back to school regular this school year. He didn't have to stay back or anything. He was educated enough to go to the next grade, right? Quiet as kept. They unenrolled him because he missed 10 days of school consecutively this school year. And at that same time, I was ready to move him down to Georgia with me. You understand? I was like, yeah, I'm about ready to take him down to Georgia. That's cool. I think I can do that. I think I'm ready for that. Right? That's when she filed for this custody behind my back and re-enrolled him in school after he was already unenrolled in school. And mom says people are stealing her son's energy through a portal in his butt. Son is allowed to stay up playing video games until 5 a.m. And mom sent concerning video focusing on... And then she even tried to petition that I only get supervised at an agreed upon location under request that mandatory counseling is attended. That I'd only be able to see my son with mandatory supervision. Bitch, don't play with me. That judge was like, as soon as you get your own place, we will give you back your son. Because we see through all of that bullshit. Because he's like, you already know what it is. And you acting like you don't know what it is. You know how shit is. And I'm watching you know how shit is because you getting uncomfortable in my courtroom. So you know what the fuck she talking about. But let's do it to you and see how much you like it in this courtroom. Oh, so you know what she talking about. That judge looked at her so stupid in her face like, ma'am, what? We are all spiritual beings. Everybody's spiritual journey is different and goes to different levels at different points in time in their life. That does not mean that they're not well enough to watch their children. And for you to come up in here and ask me to take this woman child away from her, knowing that you got the same exact situation, is crazy to me. Like, the look on his face was like, you know I can see through y'all, right? And see, me, I have the gift of being able to see through other people's third eyes, right? I can see how other people see with their third eye, right? That's one of my gifts. Like, I know how you look through your third eye if I, link up with you type shit. So I saw through his third eye. He can literally see through people. I wish he would, but that's all proof on how serious am I about getting my son back. Me proving that I'd do anything to get my son back is going to prove that I'm serious about having custody of my son. So I can understand why he's not really doing too much to try to speed up the process, because it's really a test of my character, spiritually and legally. But he said as soon as I get my own place to just call into the court to get custody. I don't have to wait till May for the court case. Look, they keep on talking about this mental evaluation because my sister was like, just wait till they give you this mental evaluation. Just wait. And I'm like, looking at them like, what mental evaluation? There's nothing mentally wrong with me. I'm just a spiritually aware person. It's crazy because people in our family are spiritually aware. Like, I have an aunt who used to work for the police, and she comes around like every single 4th of July. She'll be like, did you know that your birthday, you were born on a Monday at exactly 5:03 p.m.? And that means, and every single 25th birthday is going to be a Monday, and and every Wednesday is usually your so-and-so. And because your birthday, and every 7 years, your birthday will be on Thanksgiving. She was hired for a position based on her having that kind of knowledge and the ability to just recall information like that. She was hired for a position based on her brain working like that. My mother is the one who got me into this spiritual shit. On the day that my son was born, she said, did you know that when you add up your birthday, 1 plus 1 equals 2 plus 2 plus 2, because your birthday is 11/22. When you add 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2, that equals 6. And then your year 9/3, when you add 9 plus 3, that equals 12. And your son's birthday is 6/6/12. So your birthday added up equals his birthday. And it also ended up being her and my father's anniversary date, and my father's birthday is on the 6th month 6/16, and her birthday is on the 12/16. Their birthdays are 6 months apart, so 6/6/12. So I'm looking at her like, you the one that got me involved in all this spiritual who job, blah blah, because back then I was just being a mom and just being in my happy little land, so I wasn't even worried about none of this stuff in numbers until you came around with that shit. You the one that brought that into my life. You brought that energy into my life. I could see him. I'm looking right at him. I'm like, what do y'all want? Me? But keep on trying to put stuff like this on paper. 2 other physical altercations prior, minor incidents with me, 2 involving the minor child. I popped my son because he was being disrespectful and cursing on the phone. But you could slap me upside my head because I don't want to clean doo doo out of the cat's litter box immediately when you asked me to. But I was still willing to. I just wanted to get the trash bag first so I could just put it in the trash bag. She said something about I was pulling out her hair and I'm hitting her in the head. I'm like, you grabbed me. I defended myself because you grabbed me and pushed me out the way. And after you being physical with me and yelling at me and all these things multiple times, only thing someone can do is react if you're putting me in these situations repetitively. And he's reading her while I'm saying this, and he's seeing her temperature go up and bad. That's why he's like, I know you're not lying. I can't give you custody only because you don't have like, if I had my own place right when I went to court, I'd have been good. But since I didn't have custody and I didn't have my own place, since I didn't have my own place, he couldn't give me custody. But if I would have had my own place, he would have gave me custody that day. I fear waking up to being killed or harmed because she has expressed a hatred toward us. If I know what happens when people go to jail, why would I kill or harm you? As many times as you physically yelled at me in my face, and I could have just socked you right in your fucking throat back then. And you were screaming in my face, and your eyes in the video turning red. Y'all could go on my YouTube channel, go back a few videos. It's a recording of how they was all in the house arguing and cursing me out. They fighting, screaming at each other. It's literally on YouTube right now. All of them bullying me because I said I need my son to come downstairs. He has school. He has to get ready for school tomorrow because y'all want him to go to school. I got to get his hair cut. So he needs to go to bed. So he doesn't need to be up there dancing with you at 2 o'clock in the morning, Imani. And her, the girlfriend and the friend started cackling. I said, is there a problem? Hit my brother. What the fuck you say to my girlfriend? What the fuck? I'll steal you in your face right now. The fuck? I'm looking at them like, bro, y'all the ones that want him to go to school so bad. I'm trying to do the right thing. I tried to show the judge the video and the shit started glitching. My phone went on satellite mode. That's how elite my energy really is. Like low key, high key, you don't even need to pay your cell phone bill. If you know how to reach satellite mode spiritually, your phone will be free. But that's a whole nother conversation that I can't really talk about on the internet right now, right? So my phone had hit satellite mode while I was in the courtroom, so I couldn't bring up all my stuff that happened while I was on Earth because we were in satellite mode in court. So the judge is like, "We up here, and she on my level, so you ain't about to come here and talk about this child like this because we all satellite people up in here. All of us are satellite worthy. So you just mad because just put the video just put the video on your phone. I had it on my phone, but I was trying to scroll to it and open it in court so he could see that video and it would not play. But I did show him other videos and he was just like, oh wow, like so she was locking herself in a room. Like I know, I get that now. I'm a he already seen like I said, he already said as soon as I get my own place, he'll give me back custody. He just wants me to get my own place. He can't technically give me custody for my son to live in my car with me. Even if I did want to be an RV traveling mom, I would have to have like an RV. You know what I'm saying? Just because I feel comfortable sleeping in my Jeep, because you could turn a Jeep into a whole entire full size queen size bed with this thing that they have, and you could like drive the Jeep and put the little inflatable stuff in there and all that. He would want to see me actually in a house or a home because they want to be able to locate me and pinpoint our energy so that when they're ready to harvest it, they can get it. Oh, my brother's in here today, y'all. They want me to get the apartment and pay full price for an apartment. That's why. They want me to find a place that I'm comfortable at. Because I had the city council of Montgomery County actually call me and say, thank you for testifying in the courtroom for us. Do you need anything still? I'm like, I need a place. They emailed me and say, okay, thank you for your outreach. I'm like, okay, so can y'all contact any MPDU places and let me know what's available right now or what's income based or how I could get some kind of income based housing, you know? And yeah, I mean, they have MPDU moderately priced dwelling units, but a lot of them, like I keep calling and the people like, oh, we'll get around to letting you know the vacancy. I'm like, child, my court date is May 28th. I need my place before May 28th. It is now April 16th, 17th. I need my place in less than a month. Okay. I need my place. So he's been physically and emotionally abused by his mom. Each day I get yelled at for trying to help the child go to school. I'm like, I don't even yell at her. I just be like, why are you trying to take him to school? Just let me take him to school. I want her to take me. I don't want you to take me. With the kid, you at least need a 1 bedroom. I need a 2 bedroom. I'm getting a 2 bedroom. He needs his own bedroom. I need my own bedroom. I'm not about to be sleeping in the. I mean, I could get a sofa couch, pull out couch, and let him have the bedroom, of course, because I really don't need much anyway. But I just think about the fact that people gonna be sitting their ass on the couch, and then I'm gonna sleep there, and it's like people might be farting and shit while they talking to me. I mean, I don't really have people over my house though. I've never really been one to have people over unless it was his friends or when I was doing hair and stuff. But people farting and shit on the couch, dirty clothes, all that, and I gotta sleep on them up. Nah, I'm good. Like the shit she said about me in this paperwork is wild, bro. 4 pages of straight up lies. Like me mentally, like why would I go ahead and harm somebody in their sleep? Do I look like I want to go to jail? I have high blood pressure. I wonder why. Because you got that fucking vaccine. I do not want to continue to fear someone will hurt me in my own home. So then why did you file for custody of my son? Because I could have definitely left your home and went to Atlanta and minded my own business back then. You filed for custody and kept me here for another month. I was about ready to leave, go to. Look, I was about to be gone. I was about to be gone. It was inauguration day. I was like, car was packed up. I'm like, okay, you want to kick me out? Cool. I'm going to just do Grubhub 3 days straight and just get enough money to go down to Georgia. Because in Georgia, they had an apartment where they were taking $1,000 off the rent and they were going to allow you to get the apartment for only $300. And crazy enough, they didn't even do credit checks on apartments. They said, we just want to see your history that you paid for your apartment. That's it. That's all we're going to use for credit check. Nothing else. We don't need your credit score. So everything was about to be plush, good. Apartment was a loft. It had the bedroom up there with like it was like open so you could see the rest of the house still. And it had a fireplace downstairs, granite kitchen countertops, black appliances, wood floors, again, fireplace, balcony, a lit ass apartment. And again, he could have just took the loft upstairs with the bathroom up there, and I would have just did a sofa couch downstairs and in the living room. I've been fine. But they had a 2 bedroom, and the 1 bedroom was only 1,300 by itself, and that was without. See, in Maryland up here, 1,300 is what you pay for MPD, but down in Georgia, a 2 bedroom is only 1,500. That's how much it costs for a 1 bedroom here. Sometimes 18 here, sometimes 2,000 for the level of what they were offering down there. Probably 5,000, 2,500 here. So for me, I was highly concerned because I'm like, I'm only here because you asked me to be here. Because when I let you know I'm about to do DoorDash for due day for Grubhub and DoorDash for 2 days, and you can let me go with my son because I'm gonna have enough money to get this apartment. Why did you ask me to stay? Why did you file for custody? My son was already unenrolled from school. I could have just re-enrolled him in school down south. I could have put him in a homeschool program because I was willing to be. I wanted to go down there and meet Queen Afua because I know her main headquarters is in Atlanta. Like everybody that I want to do business with is in Atlanta. All the women that I look up to do business in Atlanta. All the safe circles, healthy women, everything's down in Atlanta. So I was like so excited to get down there and be in that because they're allowed to be in that energy. They're allowed to be healthy and healed in America down there. And Queen Afua even still has business where she went to the White House or something and they gave her some kind of award or something. So it's not like she like some cult that don't we gotta hide y'all from the US of A. It's like no, we're healing people and we're being noticed for it and they understand what we do and they respect it. So for me, I wanted to go join this community of women that want to heal, want to get their womb together, want to be, living in peace, love, and light. I'm trying to take my son down there and get him around some healthy, healed people. You filed for custody behind my back. That's the only reason I'm still here 2 months later. I'd be in Atlanta chilling right now in my nice ass apartment. That's only $1,300 a month. Well, how was you gonna make money down there? It was plenty of producers who I was actually recorded a few songs down there and I met some producers down there. And I was willing to go ahead. I'm like, do y'all got jobs down here? Like, there was a hair salon right across the street that only was asking for $200 a week for booth rent. Down in Atlanta, you can make a wig for $500 and people wouldn't have no problem. They wouldn't bat an eye because cost of living is cheap. Everybody got money down there. And then I'm sitting here linking myself to people who are known who can help me get the word out about myself. My whole entire like highest timeline was ready to be granted. Like I was ready to go through the doors and like, welcome, I'm here, guys. Hi, I'm here. I'm ready to like live and have fun. And then my son, his father could have still called on the phone. And, hey, bro, what's up with you? How you doing? What's going on? Woo, woo. The other baby mama, I keep saying she done went. She has a baby on the way, 5 months pregnant. Why is everybody blocking me from moving on with my life? Like, why is my family working alongside him to stop me from living my best life? If this other girl who stole him from me, got pregnant, got all his money, all his jewelry, all his tennis shoes, all his clothes, is able to move on with all his shit and be happy, why the fuck are y'all holding my ass back? She had his kid and everything too. And she got all his possessions, access to his bank accounts and everything else. So I'm looking like, so why can't I go to another state and go live my best life? Why is my family helping block that? Sometimes she drives him to the front of a school and then pulls off and goes to a lake and tells him the moon won't allow for school that day. We just want to be able to sleep safe in my home again and not have to worry about my grandson speaking to him about the big dick energy we are stealing from him. The last few months have been hell to live in. I regret offering help during transition because we are constant targets to volatile interactions. The police that came today witnessed the cut behind my ear, scratches, and state of my daughter and grandson, and suggested I do this and follow up with emergency custody due to speaking with my grandson, me and her. The police never spoke to my son. My son sat quietly on the couch and was just like, and my son was like, I'm protecting my mom because my mom was right. That lady was wrong. He was awake the whole time we was fighting. He was pretending he was asleep just so he could watch. My son is that kind of my son is that smart. He was asleep, pretending to be asleep just so he could watch. He saw what the fuck my mother did to me. He was like, nah. He's like, if you had a place for me to stay, I would have just left with you that day. I didn't want to stay for real. They didn't they didn't they done cut my son's locks off, yo. They cut his fucking hair off his head. He's had locks since he was a baby. And these people continue to try to paint me out to be insane or crazy or something. And I'm just like, how can I be crazy? How? What have I done thus far that is actually crazy? I had to go to the courthouse to go get this. So every time there's a court case date, they're not even emailing it or rather sending it to my last known address. I have to keep going up to the court, spending time, gas, money just to go ahead and get the paperwork just so I can know when court is. So the fact that I'm even doing that part of the whole entire thing is like just showing like what? I don't want to be around my son. I don't want to be a mother. I'm trying to abuse my son. She even was willing to finally, so she's like, yes, I want the protective order. Yes, I do. So I'm not even supposed to talk to her on the phone or in person. I'm only supposed to text her. That's it. Like, we're supposed to only live and contact each other through, like, basically, like, digital, like, off some, like, fucking AI shit. Like, I don't really exist as your daughter. I'm just an AI app in your phone that exists that wants to kill you, but wants access to my son that came out of my cooch. Like, what do lions do in nature when a hyena tries to attack their baby or tries to eat their baby alive? What does a lion do? What do jellyfish do when other amoebas try to eat their kids or people come too close to them? What do sharks do when they get attacked in their own natural habitat? What do dogs do when something or someone comes on their property and potentially could harm their owner? What do humans who have the right to bear arms, what are they allowed to do? Hey, bruh, I'm not even playing with you. I'm not even playing with you right now. Like, back up. So if I see that my son's health is declining, guys, I'm not going to make this a sad pity story. But do y'all know that no one told me that my son had walking pneumonia? My brother is projecting into my son. He's like, yeah, I got walking pneumonia right now, and you got the same symptoms as me. So my son told me the other day, he said, Mom, I think I have walking pneumonia, or I had it in February, and nobody told me. And it was when I started hanging around this dude whose uncle can't breathe, or his grandfather is on a breathing machine. And I started feeling like I couldn't breathe around him either. I'm like, oh, like that. That energy off. Fuck that. My son started experiencing those same symptoms, and my brother, because they always in my fucking energy, like they my kids or some shit. My son is my kid, obviously, but you get what I'm saying? And my brother always is trying to be up in my space, like, nigga, go away. Let me date people, and if you want to protect me, but like, know how to protect me and then move out the way, right? So no one told me all February that my son got sick. You understand? So if no one told me all February that my son got sick, and I had to find out myself that he got sick, and he's being told by my brother that he had walking pneumonia, because you know how the mind programs itself. And he's in front of me, he's coughing up mucus and stuff, and I'm trying to figure out where it's coming from. And it's yellow. I told the doctor yesterday, I'm like, can we get an antibiotic? Because that's yellow mucus. So, like, well, we're not going to just give him an antibiotic. You know, color doesn't really matter these days. I'm like, color always indicates infection. That's the reason why it changes color. I'm in the health, you know, we talked about herpes here. I've been studying my health and holisticness for the last 13 years. Color definitely matters. I nanny the children of senators and governors and lawyers all throughout the DMV. Color of mucus definitely matters. I've been connected to some of the hierarchy's children. Color of mucus definitely matters. So I'm sitting here looking at this doctor, and I'm just thinking, these people was willing to have my son sick without me knowing. More so over, I had a whole dream, and I've told y'all about this on this platform. I had a dream that if I left him with them, he'd end up in a hospital. This is the only reason I didn't move to Atlanta, just because I wanted to be free and just live my own life and say, fuck my son and fuck all of my old life and just fuck it. I already dreamt what would happen if I did. And I'm sitting here, still here, watching it happen, fighting to get my son back. Because I know whatever they're trying to do, they're projecting onto him. If I would have went to Atlanta, I would have never reconnected with this person from my past who had a sick grandfather. And the crazy thing is, the dude told me to never call him again and never text him again and never. Yet he subscribed to my YouTube channel 2 days ago. You just was pulling me by my fucking cornrows because I wouldn't suck your dick. And you subscribing to my YouTube channel now? Y'all want me to be a law-abiding citizen and let all these random people up in my womb and up in my space so they could feel good while they on their jog? You know, as soon as I just cut all that energy out of my space just now, and I said, fuck that, I'm not doing all that. Now everybody running back to their cars, looking tired as shit because they not biting off my energy. My son's energy, more importantly. How is it that y'all feel y'all can have access to my child and my energy? So what y'all grandchildren like? What's it like to be in y'all's energy? Let me see. What's it like to be? What's it like to be in your body for the day? Let me synchronize with you and feel how I feel to be. Oh, it don't feel good. So then why the fuck? We gotta realize who the fuck we are. Cause I'm sitting here like trying to link into their energy, and I still feel like I'm getting stabbed in my chest. This shit don't feel good at all. Shit feel like ass in their energy. But let me go ahead and clear out my energy. I feel perfectly fine. Y'all gotta start realizing who y'all are. Energy bringers, energy bearers, light grid workers. Y'all gotta start knowing who y'all are. Cause people will come out here and really just be like trying to take advantage of you and sell you. They gonna wear your energy and your skin and your presence so they could feel healthy, healed, and whole. Like all the stress I feel in my body is related to these people being in my energy right now. Now I don't know if they're in my energy because they're on the outside layers trying to protect me or what. But their energy in my bubble is what's making me feel like my solar plexus hurt, my head hurt. It's their energies. When I sit here and I take their third eye and I turn it away from me, I feel perfectly fine. How does a single mother truly protect her kid out here in these streets when it's just so ghetto out here, spiritually and physically? I'm just spiritual teacher. I be trying to keep peace with the son's father. I'm like, come on, we gotta keep peace. But I'm like, you in prison. I don't. You can't come around in the morning while I'm working trying to be in peace, love, and light energy. Like, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Cause what you going through is in peace, love, and light right now. The main thing I want to manifest in my life right now, my son being in my custody, me being in a peaceful apartment in a decent neighborhood with people who see like me, feel like me, think like me, relate like me, exist like me. And I can have a few oppositions, but for the most part, it's like they remind me of me. And I'm in a good neighborhood with good weather, mostly good weather most of the time out of the year, you know. And then I want to meet new people who highlight my new personality. For the job that I want, I need y'all to buy these capsules, buy these pills. I'm healing y'all from herpes every single day. Somehow through this court case, even with me talking about herpes to wrap it all up, I've still remained outbreak free. Because I've realized the best thing to do is to just step back, look at a situation and be like, I'm grateful, gratitude. They might be doing these things, but it's teaching me who to and who not to have in this next season. It's not even about, oh yeah, I'm gonna get revenge. Like now that I got my son back, now I'm about to start doing spell work to y'all. Like, no, no. It's more along the lines of when I get my son back, I just can't wait to take him outside into nature, let him feel what nature feels like, because it feels good to be in nature. It really do. Like this bird just came past me and we just locked in. Like I just locked into the bird's energy and it's like, it feels so good to be in nature. It so totally does. To try to find peace in the fact that everybody around me is going through something, even me, and to try to find a way to be there for them but not deplete myself. But again, the things I want to manifest that I do want to see: consistent Shopify orders, y'all tapping in, purchasing the herbs, me continuing to deliver the herbs. Me not having to look across the street and see people and look at them and realize they probably were the ones that were stabbing me in my solar plexus. And now all of a sudden, now that I'm looking over there, everybody moves because they're suspect as fuck for that shit. Me being able to finally have my land and my peace so that I could self-sustain, grow my own foods and mind my business and not be worried about weird people who just want to randomly walk in nature. But when they're walking in nature, they don't realize that whatever devices or AI bots that they're using to steal and mine goods from people like myself who I woke up this morning in nature. I didn't ask for you to come through here and start stabbing me in my solar plexus just because. Now, it might not be me that they're stabbing. It could be somebody in my energy that they're stabbing up, for all I know. But because I'm such a heavy empath, every single person on every single layer of my energy, I can feel their energy. And that's why people like me stress so much on having peace on earth, because we can feel everything. We can feel everyone that is paying attention to us. If you walk into a room with me, I feel everything that your spirit and your soul is going through. To be able to have to handle that much information and still put on a smile and be like, yeah, oh, of course, no problem. No, that's mentally insane. To not speak on it and ask for a change, to not speak on it and not ask for a change, that is mentally insane. Knowing that I'm experiencing that many nervous system firings intentionally. Someone's intention was to inflict that energy on me. That was someone's actual intention or intent, was to inflict that frequency onto my body to disturb my peace. To experience that and not ask for a change is mentally insane. And that's what they ask the woman to do these days. Experience this much pain that is projected into your universe, your womb, your brain, your body, and just simply give us sexual energy so we could feel better. That's why herpes is amazing, because men who don't care to also emotionally regulate themselves and stop that shit or protect us women, they're not allowed in our spaces. My herpes is like, he ain't gonna stop it. He gonna let all that shit happen to you. He ain't even give a damn. He gonna let you get eaten up by all them damn werewolves and all them dragons and all them idiots. He gonna help. He gonna come to you to make his pain go away, and he ain't gonna do nothing to make sure that he protecting himself from the pain. He just gonna keep on going through the pain so he can make more money. And he gonna expect you to do the work. That's what herpes tells me in my nervous system. So to have to experience this much pain, even this sharp shooting electric pain that I'm feeling right next to my anus and my butt, to have to feel that nervous system shock right there and pretend like I'm not feeling it and keep a smile on every day, that's mentally insane. But to feel it and ask, can we heal? Can we find out something better to do out here in America that won't cause us to feel like this? Something that'll keep all of our nervous systems calm, meaning not working, slaving just to get a gallon of gas, not having to do excessive labor. Like, if you really don't like working on cars, then you shouldn't have to work on cars. You shouldn't be working on cars just because it makes you $50,000 a year, or $60,000 or $70,000 or $100,000 a year. You should be working on cars because you genuinely like, I want to break down a car, and like I want to, when I go home, even when I leave work, I'm sitting here trying to build my own car and build my own engine and make it run on sunlight or some shit. Like, if you're not into building cars and fixing cars like that, then you shouldn't be fixing and working on cars just because it make money. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's why in other countries they're so passionate about having children work at something that they like to do as kids, because what you like to do as a kid was something that you naturally came out the womb wanting to do. You wanted to do that. No one had to teach you to do that. You told mom, I want to go outside and go get in the pool. Mom, I want rollerblades. Like, I never wanted to roller skate. I never wanted to roller bounce, roller skate. I always wanted to rollerblade. I felt better on rollerblades. I felt good in rollerblades. Like skiing. Ski, 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 ski. You know what I'm saying? That's how my energy felt good. That's what kept my energy stable and my energy happy. Jumping rope a little bit, hula hooping the most, yes. But rollerblading, hula hooping, and being in the pool is what kept me happy as a kid. And drawing in chalk on the floor. Oh, and playing in the dirt and being barefoot every single day, all day. And rainstorms, so I could see hail balls come out the sky. That's what kept me happy as a kid. So I should be doing those same things as an adult, meaning I should be hosting classes for women to do hula hooping. I should be hosting classes for women to be rollerblading outside together. I should be hosting classes for women to remember how to jump rope. I should be hosting classes on women being outside, as we call it now, earthing, even though that's what we've been doing since the beginning of Earth. There's no such thing as earthing. It's called being normal. Wearing rubber shoes is abnormal. But that's a conversation for another day. So I should be doing those things because that's what regulated my nervous system when I was a kid before I started to experience stress. So I should have a job hosting those events for women to keep their nervous systems regulated, so that we continue to keep that childlike energy fresh within ourselves, so that we don't have to go siphon that energy from children, so that we don't expect children and their joy to be the thing that puts a band-aid on our trauma that we go through every day when we go to work. Because you should be getting paid to have fun. Then eventually we'll realize the whole entire aspect of the money was the idiot part of it all. Because who decided to say, hey, let's trade all of your wealthy goods and all of your resources for this piece of paper? All you gotta give me is a piece of paper with a number on it, and I'm gonna give you fresh fruit, land, resources. Huh? Come on now, that shit don't make sense. I don't hate money. I just hate what money has done to the human race. I don't hate money. I hate what it's done to our mental capacity to understand the actual depth of what we're doing to each other when we're not truthfully trading the right way. I don't hate money. I hate the fact that money gives you the idea that you can inflict all your emotional baggage onto me because you feel like I don't have enough money, so I shouldn't be able to be protected out here. So you should be able to block my neural pathways to make yourself feel more important than me because you have more money than me. I hate what money does in that aspect. I don't hate money. I hate that. This is a poem that I need to go ahead and record. I don't hate money. I hate that money allows you to feel like you can treat me like cattle. I hate that we battle each other every day just for a piece of paper with the picture of somebody's face on it. I hate that we have laws that tells us that our money isn't even real because it's not backed by gold anymore. And yet we still fight each other over and sell each other's souls and kill each other in the spiritual realm and do all kinds of other crazy things behind the scenes just for more of it. I don't hate money. I hate what money has done to the consciousness of the collective. Because of money, we're no longer protected. Okay? I've always wanted to help people without hurting myself. So yeah, I want to provide you a product I want to provide you a product that you can use to heal yourself from herpes. The herbs to help clean your body out on the inside. Keep your digestive system and your gut clean. So you taking regular poops every day. Because that's the main thing. Our gut is our second brain. If our second brain is clogged with a bunch of shit, literally, how the hell you think we're going to think straight? When our gut is so packed. That's why men have a lot of heavy, like their guts be so big. People like, it's beer belly. No, that's a bunch of waste stuck inside their intestines. Just imagine that. Because men don't want to get their anus touched and stuff. Oh, that's gay, that's gay. But your G spot is okay. People don't want to let science teach them the right way. It's like, I got so many things to say on this platform. And if you follow me and you stay here, you'll realize that. But I ain't never said nothing wrong. And that's what people hate. It's because I'm actually never wrong. So it helps people realize that they're not living right. That's all. So if you have a job, you should be getting paid to do what you love. So like I said, I can't get mad at the last guy I talked to because of his job. I was mad at him because he pulled my hair because I didn't want to. I'm like, why did you do that? I'm trying to figure some stuff out mentally right now. I can't focus on that right this second. I got to focus on something else. Like, let me think straight. That's why I got mad. I didn't submit to him because I'm like, if I submit to you, what am I committing my life to? My son's getting sick in your energy. My brother's getting sick. And I didn't even know that they were getting sick in that energy. So that's the part that's really like, and then nobody told me, like, but yet they got all these court cases against me saying I'm a bad parent, I'm this, I'm that. Like, you're a great guardian, but you're not even telling me that my son's getting sick. What? You're a great guardian, but you're not even letting me know that my son needs medical assistance and help. Like, and people be taking that person's side because it's like, well, we want access to the resources. How about you just access your own nervous system and heal yourself? You shouldn't need access to my son or my child unless I'm getting paid buku money for it. Oh, but this is the crazier part about it. Since I was protecting my son, my mom just randomly started getting a bunch of work done on her house while I was living there. They never got the bathroom fixed until I left. The bathroom got fixed a month ago when I started talking to that boy. When my son and my brother started getting seriously ill and sick. Which probably means what? That company that came in there to fix the bathroom, because I saw what they used to do when I used to come in there. I'd be feeling like I was getting stabbed right here in this chakra right here. This means she gave them people access to my child spiritually. Take whatever you need. Then all of a sudden my son started getting sick and was missing school. But when he's with her in her custody, he can be sick and miss school. But when he's with me and he's sick missing school, it's a problem. It just was like, it's this. I'm happy that I screenshotted it, that they were telling me that your son missed 5 days of school. What you gonna do? So now I gotta go back to court. I'm like, well, he's missing school with her too. He's getting sick with her. And I'm not being told that he got pneumonia. He's sick. I gotta take him to the doctor. I'm taking off of work. But this person wants to be his custodial guardian. I don't understand. Why don't you have your own home? Because I'm too focused on trying to figure out why he's still getting sick if I was the problem all along. Because when he was with me, he never had yellow mucus coming out of his nose and none of that crazy stuff, except for when we lived where there was mold at. And not to mention, there's mold in her bathroom downstairs. There's black mold all in the walls. They actually tried to lock the door in the basement so that you couldn't see that there's mold down there. So maybe the reason why my son is still getting sick is because he's still around this mold. So maybe now I gotta sue you in court because you not fixing the bathroom downstairs, and it's a bunch of mold, and my son's exposed to the mold, and he was exposed to mold that we were allergic to when I lived in my apartment, which is why we lived there. Now I moved to your house and it's still mold in the bathroom. Maybe that's another layer of the legal system that needs to be looked into. I need y'all to hurry up and give me a house because wherever my son is at, he's still around the same black mold that he was around back when I was living in my apartment for free that nobody was trying to fix. And his health is still getting worse because he's around the same mold. I'm not in the mold no more, and I'm not unhealthy. He's spitting yellow mucus out. He's next to that bathroom every day that he goes home. I don't live in the mold anymore. I live in my car. I'm not around mold no more. I'm not unhealthy. I eat 1 to 2 meals a day, and I work. And I work out at the gym. So what's the real problem here? Energy vampires, energy manipulators. Even Maryland got it on Google where they're actually noting that there are real life witches. Maryland is acknowledging that there are witches in Maryland. It's on the news. It's on Google. I have screenshotted the articles. I showed y'all this before on my phone. Oh, my phone just died again. So how are we in court right now trying to tell people I'm mentally insane and all of this when we got this stuff going around, floating around in the internet right now? It seems as though I need to go back to getting my free housing or something. It seems like somebody need to go back and give me back my free house and just leave me the hell alone. Because I lived in an apartment for free because there was mold that was untreated for 2 years in my apartment. My son was coughing up and sneezing up blood. He's allergic to the mold. It's tested. It's in my court case docket. I moved to my mother's house. There's still mold in the bathroom downstairs. They locked the door so I couldn't even know that there was mold. I took pictures where I had to unscrew the doorknob to see what was going on behind the door because I kept smelling something that me and my son are around every single day. We take showers in that bathroom. I open up the door. It's mold in the bathroom. For some odd reason, my brother stopped using the bathroom upstairs next to his bedroom, which is right next to his bedroom, and started using the bathroom downstairs next to my son. That's fucking weird. Why are you coming downstairs to use the moldy bathroom and taking a shower next to my son instead of taking a shower upstairs next to your bedroom now that I'm not there? Something's really weird about that, but let's keep going on. Not to mention now my son's around this mold that we already know that he's allergic to. They're fixing the bathroom upstairs and remodeling everything upstairs to look pretty, but they're not fixing the bathroom downstairs in the basement. She said the reason she needed me to hurry up and move and find out what I was going to do was because she was going to get the bathroom downstairs fixed and remodeled. The bathroom downstairs is still the same bathroom with the same mold in the same room. It's been 3 months. She spent money on the other bathroom that had no mold issues, but hasn't fixed the bathroom that my son has to use every single day next to his bedroom where he sleeps at, and still not mold fixed down there. And my son has yellow mucus coming out his nose. However, he got immensely sick when I start hanging around a guy whose father or grandfather's on a breathing machine. But we know how dark entities were. I even remember calling back this guy one time, right? After a long time of not speaking to him, and his grandfather was like, well, they got food. I heard him in the background. They got food. That's spiritual food, not the food you eat. No, food for thought. Okay, so that's been so it's all through everything that I'm not mentally insane. Maryland is actually claiming there's witches in Maryland. It's a news article on Google, 2 of them, multiple, where they're talking about witches in Maryland, like witches. They use the word witches. So with all of this being said, why am I not being given the right to go ahead and just hurry up and get my housing? Like, why? If I went through all of this in court, why is it no one advocating to give me a house that is damn near fucking paid off and free? I'm about to call the city council now. Like, can y'all hurry up and give me a house for free and some land for free and just take me up out of this area and just give me like a decent sized single family home where I'm not attached to any other houses, so that anything that's wrong with my health cannot be blamed on anybody else but me? Because at this point now, it seems like the whole entire state need to be sued. The attorney general need to be sued. Everybody need to get sued for the shit that I've been going through for this past month. Excuse me, last 3 months. Actually, the last year, really last 3 years, really last 5 years, because I'm literally living in an apartment where now y'all finally are getting apartment people to finally pay their fees and fix the apartment complex. They've been making millions of dollars. They got other properties that look damn near bougie. I don't understand why they couldn't have fixed this apartment complex long ago when they bought it. They were just trying to make some money, and they thought that everybody was too dumb to realize that they wasn't doing their job. So it seems like somebody need to give me a big settlement right now, a class action settlement, because of the fact that I literally had to go through all of this. And now because of what I've sacrificed, now they finally stabilized their rent over there until they finally finish fixing the whole entire property. Somehow I'm still homeless after that though, and my son is still exposed to mold in someone else's home. And she's claiming that I'm mentally insane and I'm doing magic or I'm threatening her life. But there's literally speak of people being witches in Maryland, and I'm feeling like you spiritually attacking me because you're using occult knowledge to attack my chakras. Because I know that you're involved in occult knowledge. It's very clear that you're involved in occult knowledge. I need my housing. I need something. I need something. I need something. I need something. I'm not mad. I'm just wondering where's my blessing coming through at this point? When do I get the chance to speak this truth in front of a whole entire society, a whole entire nation, so that we all can finally get what we deserve? If the deer and the birds and the bees and all the butterflies can have a beautiful life, why is it that humans, the only actual conscious being out here, we're not really the only ones, but the superior conscious being on the planet right now, the Homo sapien, why is it that we still projecting issues onto other Homo sapiens when we understand that it's supposed to be balance out here? We're literally putting people through situations like this of negligence. What, to energy harvest? To stop conscious elevation? I'm gonna need the city council. I'm calling them back today. I'm gonna email them back or something. I need to talk to somebody about this because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I just really looked at it. I'm like, hold on. My son is still around mold right now. No one told me that he'd be sick. I had a dream that if I left him with my mother, he'd be sick. And I did not go to Atlanta for that reason. Because I said, no, I got to stay here with my son to make sure I keep an eye on him. Because I care about his safety and his health more than I care about me living a free, happy, go lucky life. I'm not just that whimsical that I want to say, fuck my son and I want to go live my life and go be a fairy. I need my reparations. I need my heaven on earth before I go. Cause like, no, no, absolutely not. No. I'm owed this. At this point, I'm owed this. Owed it. Owed. Yes, I'm entitled now at this point. The stuff that even my mom went through a situation where we had mold in the basement and the water was leaking into the basement. She ended up living there for free. The dude had to still come through and cut the grass and cut the trees back. He was trying to make her pay for it. They were like, no, you have to pay for that because you're not even legally supposed to be renting her that property. You're not doing your job as a property manager. They held him accountable. So now they're finally holding these people accountable, but only after they kick me out the neighborhood? That sounds scandalous, and it sounds like somebody needs to go ahead and figure out why that is. They're looking at me like I'm the problem. I'm not the one who's manipulating y'all or causing problems to people. Y'all forget I'm dating someone who's in prison who's fighting for his life. It's not me. I'm feeling attacked because I'm in his energy. I don't know. Maybe y'all need to find a way to, I don't know, control his energy. But he's now figured out how to fast and up his frequency. And once you figure out how to fast and body jump and astral project for real, and we're already, the news is claiming that they are aware that we have witches and warlocks. It's on the it's on the Google's front page. So then, what's the problem? Give me my house. Give me my benefits and let me go on and be in peace. All I want to do is sell these people their pills, heal them from herpes, make sure that everybody is getting stress free so they're not having outbreaks. And I'm out y'all way. And so as long as everybody is healed from outbreaks and chilling, I'm out y'all way. My son is not being attacked at school. He got friends. He got a social life that he wants. I'm out y'all way. What's the problem? Let me do my yoga. Let me go mind my business. Because after all the shit that y'all are putting me through, oh, I'm old a home. I'm old some peace. What my ancestors done went through for thousands of years. We are old this. But not only you're legally allowing things to slip through the cracks, and I'm looking at, I'm like, hold on now. Mold, 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 mold. I can't breathe. Mold. Everybody in the apartment complex, as soon as I leave, now has stabilized rent. I'm homeless? No. No, 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 no. Where's my stabilized home? I was only paying $1,900 in rent for a 3-bedroom. So where's my stabilized home? Where's my benefits for all the sacrifices that I had to make for this to all to happen for everybody else? Where's my MPDU unit? Matter of fact, no, I'm not. I don't even do good in apartment complexes. Just find me. I got to the top of the HOC list or HOC housing. So where's my home? Where's my house? Or my acre of land and my peace? Because all I want to do is sell these pills, do my little yoga, do my little rollerblading, and hula hooping. Whoever want to come out to my property and come hang out with me and come find some peace and chill out and vibe out, cool. We go by the water, go look at the birds and the bees and resonate with nature. And then you go off my little area, my little sacred space, my little plot of land that don't nobody come bother. You leave my little hot spot. You done got yourself rejuvenated. You was able to spend what, $1,000 to $5,000 for a week stay. If we go travel to another city or another country, make it 5,000. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? My little resort, my little space, my little happy heaven space. You got your peace. I got my peace. Everybody good? Okay, I'll see you next time around, buddy. All right, book with me again. I'll see you soon. You want to get a massage? I'll do your massages. You get what I'm saying? This is all I've been wanting to do all along. I've been massaging my whole entire family since I was a kid. My son is good at massages as well. He likes massaging people. He already knows what he's good at. It's just him being around all these other different aspects and fighting and all of this stuff has got him confused. But he genuinely gives really good massages just like me because he's an empathic person like myself, which makes you strong because you know when something not right, so you get away from it. You run away. So if y'all want me to lock in, give me my house, give me my space. Only come to my area for rejuvenation. And if y'all want to make it about money, then y'all gonna have to pay for access. Like, what the hell? I'm not about to sit here and keep on sleeping outside of my car for all these random people to come benefit from all the spiritual work that I do for free. That's crazy. I wouldn't mind vibing with them, but it's like I'm not getting paid for this. I'm literally just sitting here with these people just running through my energy, coming through. I know how to cleanse their pineal gland and reset their nervous system. I know how to do that. witches, right? Whatever they say. I know how to do all that. So give me what I deserve, because I can't keep sleep. You got me out here sleeping in my car. But what I sacrificed got a whole entire community stabilized, and they finally getting their rights fixed. They getting the bats out the ceilings. They getting the mold fixed. They got on the news. They got notice for that. Somehow I don't get that kind of, like, I need NBC to come cover the story. Fox 5 News need to come hear my side of the story. They covered that building. My story needs to get covered. Somebody tag NBC and Fox 5 News and tell them to watch this video to the end. Because this is crazy. I'm not going to keep on being homeless for the last 3 months when I sat here and everything I did caused the whole entire apartment complex to finally get the mold fixed in their apartment complex. And I'm sitting here homeless and everybody else is sitting there living good with stabilized rent until they finally go through and fix that property. That's crazy. Now my son is taken away from me and left with my mother. I just wanted to move to a whole nother state and go somewhere else because clearly I'm not appreciated here. And my son is still around mold in my mom's house too. And he was having, he's thinking he's got walking pneumonia, and no one told me. I had to take off of work to go take him to the doctor's office. Like, I'm not even looking for pity right now. I'm looking at the situation like, hold on, no. Because it's people who go through way less intense situations than this, and they are beyond blessed. So I'm trying to figure out where are my blessings at with all the sacrifices I done made for all these people to be stabilized, to get what they wanted, to be able to benefit. And then my son still go to their neighborhood, so they still get to link in with my son, lock in with my son, and still be in his energy and be around him. So it's not like they missing out on any, like, where is my home? HOC told me I got to the top of the list. Where's my house, HOC? Why are y'all not emailing me back? What's the problem? Y'all want me to lock in, but it's like y'all not giving me hope that I should lock in with y'all. This is what's causing me to be, quote unquote, mentally unstable. I don't want to be around stuff. Like, I keep on showing y'all that I'm willing to sacrifice and pour into y'all, and then I'm not getting nothing in return. It's just, it's really biting. It's making me get a bit like, now I'm starting to get, in that space of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not assertive, not abusive, not aggressive. It's giving acrimony or whatever, but it's not acrimony. That's not the word I'm looking for. But you know what I'm saying? Like, and y'all know the reason that I'm going through the most nervous system pressure is because y'all know that y'all have his father incarcerated, and he's sitting here trying to lean into my energy, and I'm dealing with that. Like, if y'all find a way to stop that, look into his case or something. Is there something that y'all missing? Is he not fully guilty? Can y'all prove? Is it beyond a reasonable doubt that this man is guilty for that crime? Is it beyond a reasonable doubt? Beyond all reasonable doubt, is he guilty? If it's not beyond a reasonable doubt, release him, release all three of them men, and let them go take care of their families, and let them go do what they need to do for black families. Like, I don't get it, because it's too many other people who have committed actual rape and murder who got back out of jail. Involuntary manslaughter. Did anybody die? No. Well, then let these people come home, bruh. I can't keep dealing with this. Like, in this reality, I don't know what y'all need to do, but y'all need to fix it, like, immediately. Council members, people, whoever's listening, fix it. Because if y'all want peace, then we gonna need peace. If you want me to be out here peacefully regulated, then of course the masculine energy that's connected to me would need to be emotionally regulated, which means he can't be in prison. He would need to be chilling, doing something, I don't know, owning a damn food stand, a hot dog stand or something, or an African food store. Like, child, y'all be asking for us to sit here and sacrifice ourselves and then be giving us nothing and be wondering why people be angry. People be walking around with animosity. That's the word I'm looking for, with animosity. 144,000 on the damn timer as I said that. Be giving us and then be having other spiritualists trying to project onto us and make us feel like we ain't shit, or like we wrong, or well, yeah, humble yourself in my room, you in my spiritual court, yeah, and I'm gonna read you with these cards. Like, child, nah, bro. Like, No, I went through a fucking lot, and it's about time that I finally get my blessing. I'm ready for my blessing. I've gone through too much to not get my blessing. Somebody up there in the ethers, divine beings of the highest white light that work in the legal system and in the court system, understand the only reason I'm this aggressive is because look at what I've gone through. Look at my story. People who wasn't even caring about the situation was on the news talking about some, yeah, my apartment had mold in it. She wasn't even there for none of the meetings. I did not see her at none of the meetings. She was not at none of those meetings at night. She did not go in front of the courts and have to get beat down by judges and bailiffs and share spiritually and tell her story and get rent escrow. She didn't do that. I got a whole file case. Her son wasn't coughing up blood and sneezing out mucus because he's exposed to mold. I went through that. So why the fuck is she on the news telling her story? Why is no one covering my story? Because I went through all of that and went to court, and now they're finally doing the right thing, and I'm still homeless. Why is no one covering this story? What the fuck? NBC, ABC, Fox 5 News. Somebody need to come here and help me and give me a GoFundMe or some shit because I can't keep fun. I'm not going to, of course, I'm going to be in society. I'm sitting here still working a job, door dashing, going door to door, still working, still being still being an American citizen, still showing up every day, still doing my job. And people want to keep on stepping on me, stepping on my neck, disrespecting my energy because it's abrasive to them. Because the person who's in my energy, the father of my child, because I have a kid with him, because that's how cosmic connection works, he's in prison. Can y'all prove beyond a reasonable doubt that this man is a criminal? I don't know. But can you also, I ask you this. How many white men have come home after dealing drugs? How many white men have come home after raping somebody, after raping a girl on the college campus who actually he damaged someone's life forever, someone's personal sacred womb forever? Might have got a girl pregnant. How many of them have come home clean from prison? How many times has a man who went and shot up a church who's white been able to walk out of his house with a bulletproof vest on and get off for the crime? But y'all asking us women to walk around with no animosity. Y'all asking us women to do the healing work for y'all women. Y'all women want to come in the morning and come go on a jog or walk and come run through my energy and get all this peaceful, loving womb energy because I'm connected to nature and I understand who I am as a spiritual aspect. You want us to do the healing work for free. But y'all doing that shit to our men, but y'all men get to come home clean from whatever. Jail, court. The most incarcerated population of people is black men, but we don't even do most of the crime. Most of the crime is committed by white men. Statistically, it's statistics. You can look it up on Google right now. The only crime we commit more than white people is burglary and robbery because we have been robbed ragged for every single thing that we've had since the beginning of time. We used to own pyramids, gold. Mansa Musa was the richest black person existed. Madam C.J. Walker was a whole millionaire back in the day. She was the first female millionaire that was black. How are we even going through poverty right now? And then we go through situations like this where we go through being an advocate, standing on business for a community of people, and those people sitting there now got stabilized rent and they good and they comfortable in their homes, but I'm sitting out here homeless, sleeping in my car with random people just coming through my sexual energy whenever they want to. I gotta sit out here in my car and let however many women come through here and just connect to my energy and just dissect me like a goddamn frog and just study my body and study how my brain works. No, I deserve peace too. And that's what my herpes let me know. And somehow, even though I'm herpes positive, I've been able to remain stress free to the point where I've been able to control my nervous system so much that I didn't react and have a herpes outbreak. Through all this stress I've been going through these last 3 months, really this last 2 years, through all of this, I've still been able to keep my nervous system regulated to the point where I'm not having herpes outbreaks. I'm drinking my tea and I'm also taking my product. So if all of this shows that I know how to defeat my herpes virus when we know the main reason for herpes is stress outbreaks, and I've been able to somehow go through all of this and still calm my nervous system down and not have an outbreak, still show up for work every single day, still go to work, still find a way to get through it. Even when people doing death magic, shooting shit at my chest, trying to hurt me, trying to zap me, MK Ultra me, electric shock me with their pineal gland, they using their magic on me and I'm getting teamed up on. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here advocating for the whole goddamn DMV right now. Are y'all serious right now? City Council, I got an issue with you. I got a bone to pick. Where's my home? Where's my housing? Why am I homeless? But all these people who didn't even give a fuck about what was going on in their neighborhood, they was just living in that shit. Their kids was not sneezing and snotting blood. Why are they sitting there chilling comfortable in a home? You got women who they smoking weed around children and shit, cursing on the phone. I don't give a fuck about that bitch. She get on my motherfucking nerves anyway. Fuck that bitch. They getting pregnant, popping out babies left and right, getting benefits and shit. And these are people who are in the black community in that neighborhood. They sitting here getting checks, getting rent paid. They getting HUD assistance. They on the list. So what's the problem with me? I gotta be a bad example of being a black woman to get some kind of assistance from y'all? What is it? The other lady, every time I turn around, she popping out a damn new kid. All she do is smoke weed. Her lips black as shit. She smoking weed on her balcony every fucking day on y'all money. I don't even smoke weed. This bitch is outside with burnt up lips smoking around all the fucking children. Y'all, it sounds like y'all are funding ignorance in our communities. That's what it sounds like. Unless, maybe I could be wrong. Maybe she's just funneling the money. She's going under the radar, not getting caught. But it sounds like to me that y'all are cool with, man, this motherfucker hit good. Yeah, they got houses, they got places to put their kids at. But people like me, my kids are getting taken away. He's sneezing, snot, and coughing up blood and shit, and still exposed to mold. The whole issue, the whole reason we moved out of the damn neighborhood. And I'm looked at as mentally unstable and not given a place to put my son that's comfortable. And y'all aren't speeding up the process for me. No one's doing the footwork for me. But y'all want me to invest in what y'all got going on. When I met Tino, he had a table at the whole entire exhibit. His table was blank. He had no brochures. He had nothing. There was nothing about rapid housing, nothing. There was nothing about none of that shit on his table. Nothing. He came with me. He invested his energy all in me. I'm giving him all my love and light energy. And what am I getting in return for that? To help him get his mission started. Where is my payout? Where is my return? Why was I not with them when they went on the news? Why is nobody looking at my story? NBC, Fox 5 News. I need somebody to clear and figure out what's going on with me, because I'm not doing anything to hurt nobody. I'm trying to protect myself and find myself a damn shelter. And every time I turn around, everybody looking at me like, oh, we're going to help you. Gaslit, smoking mirrors, psych. You're still outside. You're still homeless. And we're going to laugh at you in your face. Like, how? Why? What do y'all do? What is it giving? What do I need to do? Do I need to go up to Fox 5 personally and email them and ask them to cover my story? ABC, NBC, MSNBC, because y'all covering stories about witches and how witches are being advocated for in Maryland. But y'all not talking about homeless women with children who are still exposed to mold, but we already did the work so other people could be good. We sacrificed so other communities could be healthy and happy. I'm feeling like Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth right now. Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X. Where is my... What, y'all not going to post me on the news or anything until I'm dead? Y'all going to give me a heart attack? What is going on? All these women are sitting here running through my energy and just coming through my womb. And I'm sitting here in the morning. I have no protection. I have no home, no shelter, no nothing. And I've done all this to protect other people's children, other people's families. My son is still in the custody of my mother, and she don't even give a fuck enough about my son to make sure that he isn't fucking dying. He literally has mucus and blood come out of his lungs again, and no one's telling me. But that's the person that y'all got having custody over my kid. Now I'm passionate. I'm mad. I'm pissed. Y'all got me speaking at the city council meeting, but the whole entire time the people there, the city council members, are trying to beat me in my chest and in my throat chakra so that I can't even get out what I'm trying to say. Then my son's sitting next to me, and I'm trying to make sure he's healthy. I'm cleaning him off. He's sitting here about to damn near throw up when I'm getting on the phone with a city councilman. But the first thing y'all try to do is just stab somebody in the chest and just take their life away. Like, what the fuck is going on right now? Why did that happen to my kid when I was on the phone with a council member? He started coughing like he couldn't even breathe. What are y'all doing? I'm going to need somebody to cover my story because it's not making sense. I done went through too much for too many people to be saved right now. It's 400 families in that neighborhood, 400 units, 400 homes. 400 families are now living on stabilized rent and are getting mold and all kinds of rats and bats taken out of their property because of something that I did. Yet I moved to my mom's house. I'm still exposed to mold. Now she's kicking me out the house on inauguration day because she wanted to pick a fucking fight with me because she's feeling like I'm trying to infuriate and intimidate her. I'm doing something to her. I did nothing to that woman. All I did was meditate that day. She was not in a peaceful frequency. She came and says, the glass is breaking. The cat, get the poop. Ugh! I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm trying to get ready for work. As soon as let me get the trash bag, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get the poop. What's the problem? Move. You push me. Yeah, I'm gonna fight back. I'm gonna hurt you because you just hit me. You just hit me. Yeah, I have videos of you continuously hitting me. It's videos in my phone. It's videos on YouTube. You hitting me. My brother threatening to hit me. My other brother threatening me. All these people threatening to hit me and hurt me. Why am I? Malcolm X was right. The most unprotected thing on the face of the planet is the black woman. Y'all expect us to do so much healing work for y'all. Y'all expect us to open ourselves up and be a home for y'all and give y'all nurturing energy and heal y'all and help y'all breathe easy and give y'all the fucking blueprint of cosmic energy and give y'all access to our wombs. And this is the fucking shit y'all keep doing to us. I can't take this shit no more. Somebody needs to cover this story, and I need a house for fucking free at this point, because ain't no fucking way I went through all of this for all these people to survive and make it to the next level, and y'all sitting here trying to take me or my son out of this game. But y'all need our energy. Ain't no fucking way. You asking for access to his anus, access to my womb, access to his brain, keeping him enrolled in y'all bullshit ass school system that ain't even teaching him how to be happy. The UN knows that the happiest country is Finland because they're teaching their kids how to be themselves from the beginning of life until the end of life. They never go to college to learn how to be something that they're not. They never say, oh, well, I need to make 6 figures so I can be a doctor so I can make enough money to get my mom out the hood. They're never saying, I got to be a doctor because everybody in my family is a doctor and I got to make sure that my mom and my dad are proud of me. No, they're learning how to be themselves and they end up getting jobs like that. And that's why they're happy as fuck over there. Even in Asia, Chinese countries, their children are learning how to cook at 5 in school. What the fuck are we doing in our school systems? Why are we turning our kids into miserable people? What is America? What's the secret, America? Y'all want to make America great again? Figure them facts out and start aligning with the other countries. Figure out why they got it, why they get it and we don't. How do they get it and we don't get it? I said enough. Like I said, a divine feminine over here. I'm not stupid. I'm not slow. I'm gonna shuffle this deck one more time. I'm gonna need, look, somebody, y'all better tag MSNBC, ABC, Fox 5 News. Tell them to come cover my story because I need some rich guy to come through and come, rich girl. Look, they both came out together. Y'all seen I shuffled this deck. Them 2 cards came out together. Okay? The alignment needs to happen. I need my resources. I need I need to be reimbursed for all the energy that I've invested into this damn country, into this area, into these complexes, into these institutions, into these politicians, into these lawyers and governors. When I'm nannying their children, taking care of their kids and all of this stuff, people who are state delegates, lawyers all throughout the whole entire DMV, all the way from Gaithersburg, Poolsville, all the way down to DC. I've been through every single, even in Virginia. I've been all through the DMV watching people's kids, nurturing your children, making sure they're happy and healthy. They calling me mommy. They scared. They mad that I'm not home with them. When I'm leaving them home with y'all, they asking to come home with me because they like my energy. I'm sharing my lunch that my mom made from scratch, my lasagna that I made from scratch with y'all's children. And y'all's children are saying, I want more of what she has. I want more of that. I want more of that. More, please. More. They want what I got. Y'all's kids. I've nannied children for how many years? Gave my life. Then on top of that, now I'm a grown woman. I'm on my own, and I sit here and I advocate for a whole community, a whole populace of people. All these people, now their kids is able to know that they can breathe clean. They're not gonna have mold. They're not gonna have all these issues. But y'all got people driving around me, spying on me, doing all kinds of throat chakra magic on me. My fucking chest right here burn like shit right now. Thinking about, like, just saying this message. Somebody got a fucking doggy collar around my goddamn neck right now, stabbing the shit out of me in my chest. I see all these people walking around me just looking down at the ground like, yeah, get her. Yeah, stab her up. We're big. We can see we can see with our third eye. We're higher than her. We're more abundant than her. Yeah, keep her down. Fuck that. No, y'all need to give me what I deserve. If y'all want me to do the work and heal y'all can get the energy an easy way. Y'all can get healed. Y'all can come rollerblade with me. Y'all can come hula hoop with me. Y'all can come be on a lake with me and come chill out with me. But this bullshit y'all keep putting me through this cycle, universe, y'all gotta stop this shit. Because this is the reason why people do end up getting crazy and throwing shit and blowing shit up. Y'all force people to do stuff like this after we sitting here sacrificing, helping y'all and y'all families and y'all children. Y'all wives coming here, walking through the damn bushes and shit, coming, looking at me like, come on, let us into your womb. Let us in. I went down College Park. I'm trying to get in, open the door. The damn door don't even open until I say, everybody come on inside my womb. Everybody, it's a party inside of my body. The lady's like, come on, let us in. And as soon as I was like, ooh, they're like, yes. And then the door unlocked. Like, literally. So if we know that witches is real and certain witches are bigger than other witches, then why the hell all y'all trying to beat me up and treat me like I ain't who the fuck I am? I need my house. I will give y'all healing energy. Y'all can come heal and chill with me if y'all pay me thousands of dollars to go live on my lake. Cause this shit is it just makes no sense. Y'all trying to kill my son and me or my son's father. But y'all want access to our resources. It makes absolutely no sense. You got the man in jail. You can't prove beyond a reasonable doubt that this man is in prison. You can't prove that whatever he did in there, y'all can't forgive him for it. Because it's not beyond a reasonable doubt, because the justice system says beyond a reasonable doubt. So he in there trying to attack me or trying to leech onto me because of what the fuck energy y'all got going through the prison systems. So I can't even be peaceful and give y'all the healing energy that I used to give y'all's children back in the day before he did get locked up. Or maybe that was a planned thing. It's like, yeah, let's just do that so that we can get what we want out of her because she ain't got no protection no more. Then my kid sitting here got to go back to y'all school systems and get siphoned that way. But yet he's sitting with my son, with my mother, who y'all gave custody or made her think that she deserves custody of my son. But yet she hasn't even fixed the bathroom that he has to be next to every day. So he's still around the same fucking mold that I'm supposed to be having out of my apartment. I don't get it. MSNBC, ABC News, Fox 5 News. Somebody need to come cover this. Because y'all already, one of y'all stations already covered it and went to Spring Park neighborhood. Y'all already went to Spring Park apartments. I was the one that started that movement. Fuck what they talking about. Because that shit was not moving and pushing and shaking and breaking and doing anything until I put my energy in it. Period. And that's on motherfucking God. Check the facts. Wasn't shit getting fixed. Wasn't shit moving till I stepped up in that motherfucker. Period. They had, we're a part of the apartment legion. Miss Pat or whatever. She worked for the U.S. Bank. Go figure, right? You just want to start looking into certain stuff like, hold on, she worked for the U.S. Bank. Hold on. The World Bank? She worked for the World Bank. Why is a woman that works for the U.S. World Bank living in a impoverished apartment complex like that? Why is a woman with a job of that caliber working in that kind of neighborhood? And her chest don't feel like she got the stabbing of a million blades in her chest. I'm feeling her energy right now. She don't feel like that. She's giving this kind of superiority. Okay. But shit didn't move until I came up in there and started saying, no, I'm going to court. No, I'm going against this force. No, I'm going against that entity. I'm going against that entity. I'm going up against that entity. I'm going up against that entity. Miss Edwina was sitting here supporting Miss Pat. But every time I see Miss Edwina's face, it's like she's like, I can't believe I'm sitting here doing this. Her energy feel the same. Stab across the chest. No freedom. Oppression. Marked for talking up against the higher ups and officials. I'm feeling the energy. It's like a little bit more than average, but still not a lot. But Miss Pat energy, elite, above all. No pressure in the chest. Working for the U.S. World Bank, but lives in that same neighborhood. How do they live in the same neighborhood and they're on two different frequencies? You start looking into stuff a little bit deeper. But anyway, back to my point. Nothing moved until I said something. So I'm asking you guys, by y'all standards, by y'all's metrics, why am I still not being given the notoriety that I need to get my peace? Why is it seeming as though y'all are like planning to try to do something to me or hurt me or harm me? Because every day I'm sitting out here in my car sleeping outside. Even if city council member, she's like, oh, well, if you turn off your heat, if you turn on your heat in the car, then that would make you like probably have respiratory issues. Baby, that only happens if you stuff something in the exhaust and the fucking fumes don't come out of the car. Sleeping in your car with the car running is not going to make you die. I have an electric hybrid car. So the fact that a council member even said some shit like that on the phone, it's like y'all are trying to do something and y'all are trying to cover up some kind of shit that y'all doing behind the scenes. But the news has reported there's actual witches in this area. And they had pictures of council, city hall setups every single time they talked about it. So the witches are not just the people who are out here trying to advocate for their freedom. It seems like the witches are the people who are the council members. It seems like the witches are the people or something. Because why, when my son is in the car with me, is he coughing like his life depends on it? Something's not right with that. So I'm gonna need one of you news channels to come and pick up my story, because it's not making sense. It's not making sense. I went through all of that, and luckily, again, I know how to clear my pineal gland off and get free from bullshit. And as soon as I did, somebody pulls up and tries to start doing circles around like, no, get back down here, get back down here. No, I don't need to get down on the ground. I don't need to be in that energy because I don't deserve that kind of treatment. At this point, I've sacrificed enough for y'all city. It's time for y'all to go ahead and pour back into me. I nurtured your children. I've sacrificed my time. I've gone to y'all's court systems. I've spoken to y'all's judges. I fought for people's freedoms. At this point, I'm gonna need my picture to be somewhere besides just y'all done knocked the one place that my face was at in the world. Y'all done knocked down my high school now. I wonder if they even gonna put our pictures back up on the wall. I hope so. So make it make sense. Somebody need to cover this story. I don't know if I got to drive to Fox 5 myself and go to the station and be like, excuse me, can y'all report my story? I've been there before. I've been on Fox 5 News before. Good Morning America for doing hair. So I'm not just some random crazy cuckoo person, but all this shit don't make sense. Look at all these people driving in here. They just driving in here, just sitting around, benefiting from the energy. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here. Y'all got me out here getting drained for everything I got. For what? Where's my house? Where's my apartment, y'all? Where are my resources? If everybody else is allowed to be in a cool occultic knowledge group and they protect it, why are y'all blocking my protection? Why are y'all trapping me here? I could be picking my son up and taking him down to Georgia. If y'all don't want me here, y'all don't like my energy here, let me go somewhere else. Fund me to move to another state. I'm gonna need that GoFundMe up or something, because this shit is ridiculous. In this damn city, doing all this. I've been here my whole life. Literally grew up right here. Literally grew up, was born, went to that apartment complex right there. I've been here my whole life, and I'm being treated like I'm a fucking amoeba or a virus because I'm consciously aware of the bullshit and I'm not going for it. I'm not gonna let you stab me in my chest spiritually over and over again just because you don't believe in people being free. You don't believe in people having rights. You want to be the person that dictates whether a person. Yesterday I popped this bullshit ass energy and I went to the highest frequency possible, right? Which most people are there and have the right to get there because that's what ascension is all about. I did that, right? I went to the bathroom I usually go to. The bathroom, they lied and said the bathroom's temporarily out of service. I put the code in the door and I went in the bathroom. The bathroom worked perfectly fine. People around here just be lying. Like, you it just be like, cause look, why did you? This dude just came here and now he's just pulling off. Like, you just pulled into the parking lot just to pull in and pull off. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. Y'all have people like me sit around while people just energetically siphon us and do all kinds of fucked up shit to us, but yet we the main ones sacrificing so other people can actually get nice housing. We sacrificing, we taking our time out nannying people's kids. Y'all want access to our wombs, to our hearts, to our bodies, because we on a different consciousness level, but you don't want to do the work to do it yourself. What? Just let go of me and give me my house and give me my acres, give me my land, give me my peace, give me my space. Because there's too many people out and invested in all y'all's your organizations, y'all corporations, all of that. To not get nothing in return is ridiculous. Look, we done brought the whole sky to blue. No clouds. What is the problem? I want to go do Sacred Women Journey. Y'all don't even want to let me go do that. I'm like, okay, let me go be with Queen of Food then. Yay. Y'all looking like, nah. The way you think is too free. Or y'all would genuinely only bring my son's dad home from prison if I peel back and just let y'all just take over my body and just take on this torturous pain I feel in my chest for somebody else. Or y'all could just stop running the prison systems like that and just let everybody come home for free. If these people didn't murder nobody, let these motherfuckers come home. They ain't murder nobody, let them come home. They be more beneficial to you that way. Well, we need it for free labor. Do you really? I'm over it, y'all. I need my blessings. So again, I know this video is gonna be super long because I really was just venting, but somebody tag MSNBC, ABC News, Fox 5 News, all the news outlets in the whole entire DMV. Everybody need to cover this story. This needs to be covered. I'm writing a book about it, The Road to Euphoria, The Road to Enlightenment. I mean, my goal is to pretty much guide people to be this stress-free, even though they're going through this much, because like I go through all of this mentally, and yet I'm still able to still show up and go to work every day. I'm still able to be, sane enough to be in my son's presence and not be like a detriment to his existence. I'm still able to, when I had my own home, I was paying my own bills. I was running my own business for 5 years. I don't even owe any taxes. I'm in no kind of legal tax debt. I filed my taxes today. I have no tax debts to nobody. The only debt I had was my car, and this is because I learned consumer law and I realized that they were going to write off my car as a charge off within the next month. So I was like, oh well, in that case I'll just wait till they charge off my car, use a 1099-C, and then just, but people are doing that every day. They just don't tell us about it because they don't want us to know. Like, that's something that's being done every day. Even the fact that when you sign a contract for a loan, you can use that contract as a beneficiary note, basically saying this is proof of payment. This is, I forget what it's called, but you got to follow BizNick. It's a legal document that you basically saying binding. This legal document is showing payment of my car. So then you cash that in and you like secure it somehow, and you no longer have to pay your car note. Like, people are hacking the system every day to enjoy a peaceful life. Excuse me, y'all. So whatever, all this that y'all got me holding in my chest, all this pain y'all trying to put me through, I need my home. Because through all of these things that y'all got me going through, I'm still able to show up and show out and be present. I'm still able to go ahead and do what I got to do. But at this point, I'm ready to do what I want to do because I've did what I got to do already. I freed thousands of people from their house situation. I've nurtured children that don't belong to me. I've given to babies. I've been the breast that they suckle on. I've built relationships and bonds with people who will never forget me. I've went to schools and I've influenced children. I've done this. I've nursed and nannied and watched over children that weren't mine in my home and kept them safe. I've taken children out to places and things, done things with them that they couldn't do with their own parents. I've done that stuff. And I would love to do more of it. I don't mind taking kids to Sky Zone. Look, give me a stipend. Oh, I'm gonna give me money for a business. Okay, we taking the kids out to Sky Zone this weekend. We taking the kids out to Urban Air this weekend. We taking every other weekend. We taking your kids out somewhere. That's something that should be in every single community, so the kids are nurtured appropriately, so they're not out here just trying to commit crime. So anybody who wants to get on the list this weekend, we taking all the kids to Urban Air. So everybody in the neighborhood who got kids should be on the list. All your children, come on, let's go take them to Urban Air. Boom, Urban Air is benefiting. The kids are having fun. Everybody's benefiting. I don't get how y'all keep on looking over people like me and keep on trying to like cast us out of society like we some kind of pustule or abscess or some kind of pimple that's a disgrace to the fucking set. Like, why is that happening to us? Why are y'all doing that to us? Energy transfer exists in both economies, whether you are completely spiritual and you want to say fuck the system, or whether you in the system and you want to say fuck spirituality. Both of them consist upon each other. Even the spiritualists transfer money back and forth. Even the matrix is about your spiritual ranking or being able to have spiritual knowledge or occult knowledge. So the two entities need each other, the yin yang. For God's sake, where's the balance? So y'all, I can't believe that we get to this point where it's literally like a war upon, oh, we're not going to be spiritual, you spiritualists get down, or oh, we're not going to be matrices, you people in the matrix, y'all got to die. Like, y'all all rely on each other. So why do y'all keep on trying to like treat, oh, I'm out here fighting for my life? You just have a different frequency. You're 93.9. Your frequency is trying to flow through the system and get to another location so that you can be heard by who you need to be heard by. That's it. Your frequency. You're a sound wave. You're a light frequency. You're not out here fighting no one to exist, because 93.9 is not fighting 92.2. 95.5 is not fighting 96.3. They're frequencies that exist on different frequencies, and that's it. They're not fighting each other to exist. So if y'all could just stop with the bullshit and just literally coexist, it will really save us all a headache. And for people who are like me, who are spiritual and have sacrificed their spiritual freedom and fortitude and years of mastery to assist other people and other families, we do deserve to get our blessings and our free housing and our free this and our notoriety in the society and a position of power and a position of respect. Because we've done too much for too many people to not get it. For too many people to not get it, at this point, we need to be seen. And we should be protected in that space. So I'm ready for y'all to start opening up y'all third eyes and start acting upon y'all own belief systems and your own systems and be like, bro, big bro, you deserve your respect. Big sis, you deserve your respect. You really did a lot. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. I'm done, y'all. I said what I had to say. Remember, here you are heard, seen, and loved. And always remember, have peace, love, and hair grease and everything in between, because these are the tools in your dreams and your bodies to help you manifest your dreams. So, peace.